Welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your humble Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 69. We're so glad to have you here. We are coming to you live on twitch.tv/IngloriousBards every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We can catch the live show, join the chat. We're also available on all your favorite podcast platforms and a YouTube channel for the video as well. You can check all that out and more on our website, ingloriousbards.com. Thank you so much for following along in our adventures. Our campaign is going along, I was going to say going along swimmingly, but I don't know if that's quite accurate. But it's been going along in a very fun and adventurous way. I'm going to give you a quick recap here of what's happened so far in our campaign. We ran into an evil undead lord by the name of Skordrenar, his goal being to rise from a very long 1,000-year slumber and conquer over the world that our heroes are adventuring in with an undead army. His army now marches across multiple regions of the northern part of the world, flooding into different kingdoms, causing all sorts of carnage, while this undead lord Skordrenar himself still continues to slowly wake up. Our heroes have spent a lot of time gathering many different messages that are key to sending him back to his slumber and getting him out of the way of threatening the world, if they can only put all these different pieces of this quest together to defeat him. However, there is a second enemy that also threatens everything, and they are known as the Honorcrin, a group of righteous warriors in golden armor and locked away on a different world altogether. These Honorcrin want nothing more than to be free of their world prison. They've made a couple of small gateways between their realm and the heroes' world, allowing a handful of their golden warriors and agents to slip between realms. Their goal is to get a foothold in the heroes' world so that they can finally flee their prison. Finally, to add to this chaos and make the heroes' world even more vulnerable, these Honorcrin have created a device called the Wavering Sphere. This device subtly affects the minds of leaders and great people throughout the world with uncertainty and paranoia, making it ripe for being taken over. The heroes are on a quest now to find this Wavering Sphere and free the world from its magical hold. So who are our heroes? Well, let's take a look at who we are adventuring with. We have a dark-furred catfolk monk who is known for his mighty punches and from flying around the battlefield.
It is not magic that gives me power. It is my power that gives me magic.
Nice. And then we have Palik, our female halfling rogue who is excellent at stabbing people in the back and scouring every bit of loot she can find.
I am the greatest swordsman who has ever lived.
And we have our dwarven priest, Bali, going around in his robes with his hammer and keeping the group alive.
Hey, we walk in the path of the Stonefather, and it's my job to keep everyone on that path.
And our gnome sorcerer, Xander, known for causing all sorts of pain, damage, and fiery explosions, and sometimes hitting the enemies.
A magic missile is sent to you. A fireball is sent to whom it may concern.
And we have Sildren, a veteran druid who, with his wolf Shunka, help provide the group with critical utility in being where he needs to be, both within the world and within the battles.
An elder druid of Varen, and seeker of balance in nature.
And then last and certainly least is Sir Piercy von Skeetenlever, a small rat folk swashbuckler who flits about the battlefield with great speed and finishing folks off when they least expect it.
Well, after you a guess, everyone, and catchphrase here.
Hashtag catchphrase. And let's get a recap of what happened during our last adventure from Jeremy.
When we started the last adventure, we were finally in the top of the 8th Tower of Skordrenar. We started speaking with a ghost who was one of the great wizards and actually one of the founders of the Scorial Guild. He looked among us to see which one of us is pure of heart and found that it was none other than Piercy himself, Sir Piercy von Skeetenlever, who he took over to a stone slab and gave a magical fire to his sword to aid us on our way. In addition, he gave us the final passage, the 8th passage of the Scorial Guild, which we can now take and combine all the information that we need to learn the steps and the path to actually defeat Scourgeonar. When we left, before we took off, Sildren, as the Elder Druid, left a gift and a boon protecting the city that we were a part of, Ethlian, by giving them a druid grove, and then the Treants literally kicked us out of the forest as fast as possible. Bali first, the rest of us to follow. We made our way back to the Nexus Point, which we immediately traveled out of again to get to Bottom Hill, which is outside of Xander's old home and Edlinholm, so that we could go to a Cave of Many Faces, a place that Xander had been a very long time ago, and discovered what at the time was a terrifying creature defending the place that Yaru did short work with in literally one hit and took it out. When we went further into the cave, we found out that there was some contraptions that were put together, and there was books, and there was a particular book of Lomtriel, which was the same name that we heard when we were granted with a blessing from the Scorial founder, the ghost. We followed the instructions inside, and with everyone's working together and solving some puzzles, we were able to open up this great steel door that actually contained a shrine of Lomtrail on the other side, who, with some great wisdom that Yaru put together, we were able to kind of speak and unload our burdens to. And in doing so, we were able to find our way through some passages. There were 3 plaques on the side titled The Devourer, Defying the Kings, and The Great Scourge. And all 3 of them had messages telling of the old story of Scourgeonar and giving a little bit of a context from where he came from. As we are on our way now to try to find the Withering Sphere on the other side, because we're hoping to get to Azamir, which is why we went through the caves in the first place, to teleport ourselves there. The final thing that we heard right before we heard level 18 was that Yaru had a message given to him specifically from the Scorial founder. And the message that was relayed back to us was that Scourgeonar moves to take the world, but the hero inside him seeks something else. Another soul to take the powers of the Silent Fate and replace him. And that was where all of our jaws dropped. So that's where we left off. That's where we're picking up from. And with that, let the adventure begin!
An army of undead, corpses, skeletons, rotting zombies, flying monstrosities with wings that are tattered, fly south into the Ironlands of the orcs. Many orc war parties ride on their wolf mounts, their wargs, are charging forth. Hundreds and hundreds of orcs are rising up to fight against these. West of them, in the pass north of the great kingdom of Calavier, there are several army members, few knights, and they are doing their best to hold the pass, but have already given up more and more ground. The pass still holds, but is filled with undead. Just to the west of them, the dwarves in the mountains are faring much better, with the majority of the dead cleared from their great hall. They hold a great entrance to the north, with the enemy at bay, with still many thousands of dead eager to pour right on in through. Worst of all, though, is Iveron. The kingdom of Iveron is no more. The great realm of cold and warriors and a long history within Varennes has been overrun by the dead. The dead now march south into the northern kingdom of Navarre. There is a ragtag army of soldiers, which is putting it perhaps a bit too much. Men and women and young adults with old weapons, barely any training, are now quickly running north several miles to see this army of the dead. Most of them are very terrified. They are being led by a dozen Knights of Calavier, with Sir Kendall riding at the front, as he has sworn to do to protect Navarre. All of them, though, cower down in fear as a horrific, monstrous, pissed-off red dragon flies over all of them northwards towards the undead, belching tons of fire, almost wanting to kill everything it can, but focusing on the undead for now. And our heroes are now within Navarre itself, inside a cave. Oblivious to all of this, but knowing there's still so much carnage going on. They are within this cave. They have passed through a magical series of doors, if you will, all arriving at one corridor. You seem a bit out of phase as you walk, kind of looking at each other, almost as you're in some sort of drug-induced little bit of a fog. It's a good feeling as you're walking through, and you can see a larger cave entrance at the end of this corridor. But as you're walking, and you're kind of like looking at each other, you feel a bit as though time isn't quite what you think. And before you reach the end of that cave, you can make a choice to remove any and all negative conditions as though one day has transpired, or refresh up to your level 18 right now.
Refresh.
Get rid of these level 17 character sheets.
I vote for refresh.
Bali, you're doing that?
Refresh.
You're the big one with some
Refresh
effects on them
to
for
some
sure.
18.
Okay,
Well, I have no negative effects right now either. So.
Bali does.
Mm.
He has a couple.
So
Okay.
my choice is easy.
Everyone's-
I think walking through this doorway kind of activated something in Yaru. So yeah, he's leveling up for sure.
All right. You guys feel stronger and emboldened. For those of you who are joining us recently or are not aware of our character leveling up, all our characters have recently leveled up to level 18, which is crazy strong. They've got some great new abilities. Will it be enough to take on these huge forces? We shall see. As a matter of fact, we'll see right now. As you walk into this cavern, it is made up of lots of little mini stalactites, stalagmites. It's got rough, broken floor. And as you walk in to your right, to the north, you're coming in from the east side. As you look to your right, you see there is a small campfire. There's a couple cots and a lean-to, and there are several people that are just now getting on their golden helmets as the last bit of armor hearing you come. And it is a Honor Kryn warrior who gets his little magical glaive out ready for battle. Next to him are three other people that have some, it looks like weapons at first glance, but then appears to be some sort of magical item or device in their hands, like a big rod. And they do not have armor, but they have gold sashes on and some gold braids of some sort of status symbol. The three of them are being yelled at by the Honor Kryn soldier, and they are now all racing across the cave to the west away from you guys while he engages. As you guys turn to face him, you hear another Honor Kryn call out. So there are two of them on opposite sides of this cavern. And that pales in comparison to this ginormous brass clockwork, adamantine, massive, big golem thing that comes smashing down from the ceiling. It somehow appears, somehow fades in as some sort of invisibility that has limited effect, and then it fades in and drops down into the ceiling, not too far away from you guys in the middle of this chamber. It has a couple noticeable things. It has an arm, a metal arm with a big blade at the end of it. It has another arm that has a blowtorch at the end of it. It has another arm that has a big metal claw on it. It has another arm that has this whipping little hose that looks like it whips around and grabs onto things. And then it has several big stamping feet. It's stamping into the ground. And then it has a weird tube that it starts to aim in your direction that has something inside of it. it.
Our direction?
Yes.
Oh,
There was a
okay.
torch, a blade, a hose,
A
what was the fourth
claw,
arm? Claw.
stamping feet, and a tube.
And 19
Tumble pot gonna show up at
actions.
some point.
Yeah,
And 19
Phineas would just be having a field day. And this thing is gearing up, and it's got the same brass and copper machinery and cogs you have seen the Honor Crane use before. And in particular, if you haven't put it together, the locking mechanism that got you in here before was stone, originally magically infused stone. They had to augment it with their cogs of brass and copper to get it work for them to get inside. So they're trying to do this as well. They apparently have set up camp. They apparently have heard you coming. Perhaps it took you more than just 30 seconds to walk down this corridor than as time passed. And they are now engaging you in battle. So we have a battle on our hands.
Right.
Okay.
Did anyone not level up?
Nobody did not level up.
Oh, good.
I think it was all we had to all do it.
Ball is just like, I need a
It was
breather.
all or nothing there.
Percy, are you doing it after you or not?
Okay, everyone. Let's get these fuckers.
So that's a no. All right. All right, you guys have the battle up on your screen, is that correct?
We do.
And for those of you listening, you can check this out on the video if you want to visit Twitch for a couple days after this is made, or go to our YouTube channel. On this battlefield, it is a pretty wide battlefield. It's got these different stone columns and pillars. It's just rough hewn in the way. There's also this reddish section, which is difficult terrain of rough, broken earth. So it'll take you twice as much moving to get through. So Seth, that'll be a little bit of a challenge for you to just keep track of. Up at the northeast section are 3 of these Honor Crane assemblers. They run immediately far to the west towards another corner where there's some blue light that's emanating. As they do, they pass over a section of runes that has some glowing light coming from them at the northern section. If you can all see that little glowing thing. And
Is there a low light vision stipulation or darkness, or
You see it now.
you got it?
does everyone have low
Yeah,
light
we see it.
vision?
Yeah, okay, you guys can see. There's no negative lighting
Oh,
conditions.
okay. I see like 3 golden.
Yep, so there's a couple in here, and it is giving a beneficial effect. Each person can touch each of them one time, and it'll give you a one-time +3 to an attack, a spell attack or a melee
So
attack.
each one of us, each glyph.
Yep,
one time.
as long as you just walk right over it.
Okay. But okay.
Once it's touched, it's done for that person.
For that person.
Correct.
That's what we have. Questions about what's going on here? We have 2 Honor Crane, and then we have this ginormous clockwork amalgam.
Amalgam.
All right. First up is said clockwork amalgam, and it is going to just delay its turn and see what happens.
What?
Palik is up next.
Nice.
Where's Ball? Oh.
Yeah, we're all clumped up over here. I think it's paused. I can't do anything.
There you go. Try that.
Thank you.
Everybody go follow me. Next time we'll talk to the microphone.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Just pull my head out of
Says-
my butt.
Reload application, but
Let's see how- So I'm gonna run. I'm going to.
So we are still at the cave area.
You are in a cave that is low ceilinged right now. It barely contains the head of this thing.
As far as we know, we're still up in Navarre, though.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna run into the bright glowing thing that's next to the big guy.
All right, your weapon lights up with a little bit of pale green aura. You get a +3 on your next attack. And did you keep in mind that difficult terrain slows you down a
Yep.
bit? Great. Is that it?
That is.
Sildren.
Which parts are difficult terrain?
The red
The
part.
red.
The dark
Okay.
red.
And where is the nearest Onarcrin to me?
Probably the one to the north.
North and west are
That
equal
guy?
distance.
And they are pretty far away, it looks like.
Your 85 feet is the crow flies, but you probably have at least 25 feet of difficult terrain there.
Okay. Having everybody... Shit, the one time I don't have haste at the heightened.
The one time!
Actually, Sildren will turn to all of his compatriots and say, "Be terrifying, my friends," and will cast Mask of Terror at 8th level.
How far does that go?
We're about to find out.
Mask of Terror has a range of 30 feet.
Yes, and at the heightened,
It can target up to 5 creatures when
Being
heightened
fast
to
sucks,
8th level.
doesn't
up to 5. Okay, so that is going to be
So no worries.
Piercy, Yaru.
Who isn't it going to be?
Leak.
Well,
Can't be believed.
Can't be police.
yeah,
Done.
can't be Palik, but also Shunka can be one of them. So Bali is no, yeah, Bali's not going to be although that is terrifying.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Oh, yes. So you guys are now covered in this magical, gruesome, terrifying visage. So if anyone attempts a hostile action against you,
Actually, I will include Bali and Skip
Shunka?
Xander.
if anyone attempts an action against you, they have to make a roll or possibly become frightened.
All right.
Nice. Sildra, anything else? Or are you good?
I'm going to move forward to the north 30 feet. 35
Xander.
feet.
Woo, really? Wow. Xander's going to cast Fiery Body
Do you want to go into that thing? Get
to
that?
light
Yes.
himself up with flame.
Thank you.
And staying close to Bali, recognizing that there is going to be some need for perhaps cover and or filling things up, Xander's just going to... Ooh, what's the range, actually, real quick, to everybody else? Nope. Xander's going to pull up shield. Fiery Body and shield.
All right,
starting
staying
there.
put, getting some magic ready to go. Piercy with no panache.
75.
Piercy,
Panashless Piercy.
yeah.
Beep, beep.
Piercy sort of grumpily. Is this the Onakrin over here? Yeah. Piercy with sort of a grumpy demeanor looks at that Onakrin that's kind of almost due west of him and just yells out at him. It's your fault we're here, and I don't like the way your goldy shiny things. And he has to do a will save for little Bonmo.
Will save. His roll is 33.
I don't. What's my will DC?
It's your
Should be your diplomacy. Isn't that what Bonmo is based
Yeah.
off of?
Oh, okay, just
Not
straight.
intimidation, I think. Yeah. It's
Bonmo PF2E. No, maybe. You make a diplomacy check versus their will DC. So.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's right. I remember now. Diplomacy check. So that's 16. It's not a bad roll.
That's a
plus
good roll.
32. This is 48.
Is a critical success.
Oh, nice!
Holy cow! Nice.
It's the first time that's worked in a while. So critical success. A target's distracted and takes a -3 status penalty to perception and will saves
Wow.
for 1 minute.
Whoa!
For a minute?
Yeah.
You just screwed that guy over. He
Um,
is shaped. I didn't know my gold was so offensive all these
can-
years. Why didn't anyone tell me?
You can end the effect
Plated.
with a retort.
What's that?
You can end the effect early with a retort.
Okay, he can.
And it can be an action, or
Oh, he's got one ready.
okay. Anyway, all right. So Piercy now has panache, and with that, he's going to. What's the distance? That's probably what 70.
It's like 100.
Is that the big guy?
No, not the big guy. The Onakrin south of the big guy.
To the far west.
Which
To the
behind
west.
the pillar. You can't. You might not be able to see him.
Okay.
It's behind the pillar
Yeah,
to the
so I
far
got it.
west. Yeah.
Piercy wants to go towards him. He has 55 movement speed. So if he
good.
if he needs to, he'll do both and tumble through.
You're not gonna get to him.
Why not?
Well, maybe. Hold on.
Do your boots cancel out?
They don't.
mm,
Crazily
bummer.
enough, they don't cancel out difficult terrain. If I can do a tumble through, tumble
Does,
behind.
Yeah,
does
you can.
jumping over
Yes, you can.
difficult terrain help you?
Then do it.
All right, so now I'm rolling my.
During your move, attempt an acrobatics check versus their reflex DC.
Rolling my tumbly dumbly. It's a 10. That's
Little
a
generator.
46.
That is another critical success.
Oh,
Nice.
Stunned and reeling from the social impact
Now
of your
he's
comment.
also flat-footed.
How did you guess my Twitter handle?
My family's gonna be somewhere.
And
He just
that's,
lowers his head, hands you his weapon, and does the Charlie Brown song as he walks away.
Da-da-da-da-da. No, okay.
okay, that's the end of my turn.
Wow. All right. That's the most you've ever done without swinging a weapon.
It is.
It is his turn, oddly enough. He spins around awkwardly, and he can still attack with full force, and he is going to... He's going to try to do...
Yeah, you're 75 from.
You've done some good stuff against him. He's going to try, and he doesn't think much of you. He's going to try to feint against you. What is your perception?
Is that considered an attack?
Separate
no.
action. It's not an attack action.
Okay.
No. No,
Is it an offensive action?
it is not. It
My
is a mental
perception's
action.
24.
24. So he has a 34 effort that he's making. So he feints up high and is going to swing down low with his roll.
He has
Where
to make
the-
a will save first.
No, only if it's an offensive type thing.
That's the swing down low, isn't it?
Not yet. He's doing the feint. So 42, he has feinted against you, and now he is going to attack. This is the mask making a will save. God, that's brutal. And he's going to actually, before he does that, he's going to do the hand flipping off arm under arm thing at you, Piercy, and spend an action to do that to get rid of the Bon Mo effect.
Did he
Okay.
get rid of it?
All right.
Yeah.
That's his retort.
action. That is just so powerful.
Yeah.
Just pulls that out.
That's his retort. All
But
right.
not only that, but yeah, it was an action for an action trade, and he got his panache though, so that's well worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Great. His third action is to make an attack, so he has to do this versus. He has to do a will save versus Sildren's spell DC, right?
Right.
All right. He has been struggling here. 34.
He will fail.
He fails.
Which means that on a failure, the creature becomes frightened 2 before using its action.
All right, he feints high, totally catches you flat-footed, goes for a strike low, but then sees some scary vision. What is that, Piercy?
Piercy's kind of normal little goofy bucktooth smile actually turns into like his eyes kind of narrow and his mouth gets very, very wide and the teeth grow into sharp fangs. And
Nice.
yeah,
And
that's what
that
he sees.
counters everything he just done. He still gets one swing in only out of all of that, and it's a 41 to hit.
Is that with the fear?
That is with standby. That is a 39 to hit.
That is my AC with my bow.
Gets you.
Dang.
That is a
Almost.
hit. But it only gets you for 25 points of piercing
And he's flat-footed,
damage.
by the way.
Yeah, that affects your hits on him.
Okay.
25 points of damage
Okay.
to you.
All right.
And then there is another honor crit. He is to the north. He sees Sildren, and I think his movement is, he's a little faster than normal. He is going to go, oops, I'm not going to do it that way. He's going to go, come on. It will take him 2 actions racing to Sildren, and actually he's going to race over to the rune thing.
Where did everyone go?
And as he charges at you, Sildren, he gets powered up by that rune and swings with a big +3 modifier to
Very good. He should make a will saving throw at this time.
I'm taking that roll back then. Will, and what is your spell DC, by the way?
40.
Oh, God. Oh, there was a 20 for a second. He got a 38.
38. So he has failed at my reaction of blinding fury. which is a reaction. You curse a
I
target with your
don't-
outrage at
I
being
don't-
attacked.
I
The
don't
effect
care.
is determined by the target's will. Failure. Let's see. Success, but this is going to be for a minute. The target can't observe you
What?
until the end of its turn, and if you're currently observed by it, you become hidden.
What? This isn't Mask of Terror. What is this?
Blinding Fury.
What was this?
Is a reaction.
It's a
to being-
reaction
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
being
I didn't hear
attacked.
that part. I didn't hear
Yes.
that part. Okay.
Oh, and also he needs to make a will saving throw against Mask of Terror as well.
You
Okay.
have Musketeer on you?
Yes.
Nice.
So he's blinded.
Well,
two Sildren.
yeah. The target can't observe you until the end of its turn, and if you're currently observed, you become hidden to it.
Okay.
So essentially, I become invisible.
Yeah. Okay. So he is
And
going to ignore the mask then.
fair enough.
He is going to then make a flat roll. We have a house roll of 13 or higher for him to even have a chance of getting this in. I'm going to tell you everything I rolled in just a second. Here is a flat roll. He needs a 13 or higher. Got a 19. Now he is finally rolling this very complicated attack.
Now, does he do Mask of Terror?
No, because he doesn't. It's a blurry vision of you, and all of that gives him a 38 to hit.
That will miss.
Wow. So he rolled a natural 1, but then you said, "Oh, there's effects." I canceled it. You did this, and then you said, "Oh, I rolled another natural 1, then another effect, and you still ended up with a miss." Bad turn for him. Okay, so a lot of effects going on with these guys. It is Bali's turn.
Yay, Bali.
That was fun.
Seeing here, Bali, not a lot of people are moving around. Really crazy stuff, yo. Bum, 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 bum,
It hasn't been one round yet. We're gonna move.
I hope so. Please move.
Last somehow.
You don't want us close to you?
No, I mean,
I know.
I want the enemies then close to me as well. Bum, 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 bum. Bali begins humming a chant in Stonekin verse, and little sparklets of stone start rising up and around everyone, and it just becomes this little happy, little gleeful moment. Everyone starts to focus themselves, and they're affected by zealous conviction. Everyone around me, except for Palik. Sorry.
You get,
what about Piercy?
as well?
Oh, Piercy is not in. Well, where is Piercy?
He's
Piercy's
way
way.
Never mind, he's not there.
So just Yaru, right? Just me?
Be myself. Xander.
Oh, yeah, you're still
Naru,
here.
Chunka.
And Shunka.
And Sildren?
Children.
Sildren is within 30.
He's
Not.
Nope.
Not within 30. Will receive 12 additional hit points plus 2 to will. Must do everything I say, but I will not make any commandments.
Do well.
So we
Must
must
obey.
then do well.
You must then
We
do
have no
well.
option.
That's so
Must do
frightening.
everything he says. Suddenly it's turned into the impractical jokers.
Don't you mean do good, not do well?
No, do well.
Master Yaru, Bali, you just have another action to go. Master Yaru, you're up.
Hey, Tim, can you keep it on like a zoomed out
That'll be
panel? I can't really see from this monitor.
Sure. Well, I can for the moment.
Yes. Till I decide what to do here.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Down a little bit.
Bali is casting shield.
On himself. Got it.
How far away is the adamantine golem?
you
It's,
like
it's not.
120?
Oh, let me double check. It is not
130.
adamantine.
Which is
Oh, I
good
thought
for
you said
us.
it was.
It is adamantine. Sorry.
Which is
130
bad
with
for
a,
us.
No,
load
not-
of-
I mean for you, it's not for me.
Okay.
With a load of
Okay.
difficult terrain in between.
Well, Yaru will step into the difficult terrain with the winding flow ability. If that is it each time I step, or is it just getting into and out
Each
of?
move.
What are you asking?
Stepping into difficult terrain, is it every time I step?
No,
or-
that doesn't have anything to do with it. You can just run through difficult terrain. It's just it takes 2. It's 2-to-1 ratio when moving through difficult
But he has
terrain.
an ability. What's your
I'm just
ability?
I thought it was just stepping in and out of
No,
the
no, no.
terrain instead
It's
of
going
all the
through
way
it.
through.
Nope,
Yeah.
just run right through it.
Okay. Is there a way to get around that terrain?
There's
I
always a way
really
around.
can't see the terrain
There's
with
like you could go
the map
over,
here.
Like
I'm having trouble seeing
It's
this.
a little dark.
like right here.
There's a glare. I can't see anything. I'm looking on my screen for that reason.
Oh, that's dusty.
Like I can't tell the different colors at all on that.
Do a doctor.
I'm trying to get to the big metal monster,
How
basically.
much movement do you have?
I have 55 movement speed. With my anklets of alacrity, I'll use one action to do that.
Take you 3 actions to get there without going through difficult terrain.
Okay. I will do. I'm imagining it'll still take 3 with the
Yeah.
difficult terrain. So
Either way.
yeah, I'll just do that. I don't want to get right next to him. I want to get about 10 feet away. Okay, so as far as I can get. Is there a way to step in any of the golden light stuff
Not really.
on my way there? Is that one?
Not,
down there?
I mean,
No?
you could go right here.
It'd be too out of your way.
What's the one on the bottom? Is that
Yeah,
something? or
yes,
no?
you could get through that one. You could step through that one.
Okay, I'm gonna step through that golden sphere on the bottom,
Then you're right next to Piercy.
southwest of where we were, and then I'll get. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So what does that golden sphere do? +1 to
Some
something?
runes that give you +3 to your next attack.
Okay.
Immediate next attack.
Yes. And Seth, it doesn't show on your screen, but you can click the pencil tool if you have that on the left-hand side, and then click the squiggly line tool, and you can draw out a big line around like that red area. Let go, and then click back on the actor icon, and it should show for everybody. That might help. I don't know if it'll show for the audience, but you'll see it. All right.
That really does help.
There you go.
Thank you.
The Honor Crin assemblers are about to go, but before they do, the Clockwork Amalgam with its many arms comes stomping hard to the east towards Pilik. Right towards you with one action. With its second action, it's going to slash at you with this Doc Ock tentacle type metal thing slashing at you, Palik. And that is, as it lashes out at you, a 44 to hit.
Yeah, it's
Stop. And volleys.
All right, I'm getting annoyed.
yes. Well, no. I don't know why though. I don't know what's blocking you.
Game master.
Bolly can see you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna see. I think yes.
Where was he?
He was right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Count range.
That's pretty
75
far.
feet.
75. Pleek takes the hit and crumples dead.
Again. All right, Palik, you take 30 points of bludgeoning damage. Palik falls dead, and it is confused.
Never get used to that, do you, Xander?
I don't. It's not okay.
I give you like heads up, like this is okay. Pleek, just as a reminder, this is drop dead enhanced, so you are able to act in dishonorable fashion while being invisible.
And it moves and stomps around, ignoring the dead Palik, surprised at its victory, and heads down south towards Piercy and Yaru. The Honor Crin assemblers to the northwest are trying to figure out what to do, and one of them says, "Honor Crin, assemble," and and they start arguing and stuff and moving about, and they are violently hammering and smashing away at some magical device to the northwest.
Okay.
It is a new round, and we are at the top with the invisible Palik standing over a copy of her body.
Get those assemblers.
There's a weird. Some weird, like, you can't see stuff.
There's stones in the way. I don't know if this will help, but I'll try. I'm gonna try something. This just might work. Keep going with your turn, though. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where those guys are. So she's gonna run.
there they are.
Yes.
Behold!
The anime.
It's gonna take everything she has. She's doing a lot of running around. She does not like this. But she's gonna run up to
Oh wow.
those assemblers, and that was 3 movements to get there.
Okay.
She sucks, but
I have a quick
she's there now.
question. Do I have to roll my curse for a sustain?
At least you're invisible.
As well?
No, anytime you
Figuring
Yeah,
out
cast.
it's
the
true.
maze.
All right, I'm dropping some additional lights in. See if this helps. Are you seeing anything?
It's like there's a
Light it up.
physical.
It's still like we're
Invisible
point of
blocking.
view from like whoever is clicked on, which is fine.
No,
But
but
we can see better for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm dropping
when we
in
get to the
light
point of view.
sources there.
Yeah.
See if that helps.
Yes.
Yeah, that does help.
There we go. My director of photography was really lacking on this film. All right, that should be a little bit easier for you guys to see. Okay, that was Pleek. Pleek heading northeast. Wow, that is very bright and nice here. Sildren.
Sildren,
Can you see now, Alistair, with the stuff better?
I mean, I'm still looking over here, but that's all right.
Oh, I was.
The lines help the most.
Sildren.
Sildren being hidden from the Onocrin that's right before him, hears the disembodied voice.
Let me wait till Kai's turn.
Just be gone now, friend. And Sildren will cast Banishment. So he has to make a will saving throw.
I feel the first like 5 to 10 levels, all the spells were fine. Like we all knew them. From levels 10 to 15, it was me verifying all these cool things. And from level like 16 and on, I'm trying to find loopholes. Like, what is happening? What? I don't get a save? What?
You do get a save.
All right.
You get a will save.
Target one creature that is not on its home plane. He has a will saving throw. Ooh.
That's a long walk for an honor.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This has the incapacitation trait, which does not matter with him. He is. Oh man, this is gonna be brutal. It's a will save.
Uh-huh.
It's totally fine. And this is not the frightened guy.
Well, correct.
This is the other guy. Okay.
Correct.
Here comes the will save. Good luck. He's got it. Oh, 41?
That sounds like a success.
It's a 40 that he needed to get.
Damn.
Resist being banished.
Target resist being banished.
Nice.
Close.
What's your last action?
Shunka leaps in and attacks.
Okay.
Up north.
Yeah, same
The
same guy. At least to start. All right.
And by the way, if Sildren ever gets insane and heightens that to level 9, he can do it to 10 different creatures.
Oh, the banishment?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you shouldn't have told me that.
Ting.
Oh, there's a condom on the map now.
Shunka just rolled a 41 to hit.
Adventure 69.
Okay. That is a hit. That is a hit. A 41
41
is a hit, yes.
Good shot.
And actually, it would be a 43 because since we're side by side, we get him flat.
Oh, your special ability. Still a hit.
11 plus 8, 19 points of damage, and he is now also prone.
Okay.
Because Shunka automatically knocks down when he attacks.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Xander. What's really cool about that is there is no save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He could go up to like Squadronar himself and you're prone. You're prone. You're prone.
He's next.
Stupid dog.
Xander.
Xander will cast Chain Lightning over Palik's head at all 3 or 4 of the figures up at the
3.
Wow, that's a long ways away.
There's no way you have line of sight with all the cave stuff in
You
the
don't
way.
need line of sight for a spell.
Yeah.
You always
Oh,
need line of
I
sight.
wish I could see
My
that.
fireballs can go around anything. Lightning too. You guys are dumb. All
I get a
right.
panic attack when you guys go to the bathroom and I can't see you. It's just. Is he okay? You're grunting.
It's like my dog.
Ah!
What's your next pick?
Xander instead is going to cast Chain Lightning right to the Onocrin straight in front of him that Sildren's fighting with.
Okay.
And he'll blast him with basic reflex save. 39 or higher.
Oh, can I ask a question? I'm so sorry. We might need to retcon this just a little bit. The bonus that I have, would have that counted in banishment? The +3 bonus for...
No, spell attack modifier. That was not a spell attack.
I tried. I really wanted to dismiss him.
I
Just
know.
be like, you're just be gone.
Does chain lightning, you control that, right?
Correct.
You don't have to continue to hit your friends. All right.
not.
He completely is caught off guard by this wolf that just knocked him prone. It's like, and Shunka's all over him and critically fails, acknowledging a spell is coming his way.
Amazing.
Whoa.
There's two different things that happen with that. First, let me just roll some crazy amounts of damage here. We're going to do, let's see, that was
Half my rolls have been critical fails, by the way.
11.
I'm sorry. That's too
I'm
bad.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's a max hit right there. That is 11 and 22. That is
33.
33 plus 70, so that's 107. Did I do that right? No.
103.
70 is 103.
And are you doubling that for a crit?
That is credit. That,
Oh,
is,
okay.
that is doubled, right? So it's 103. Also, he's blinded for a round because this was a scintillating spell. Which is a
Oh,
brand
no,
new thing.
yes.
So by critically failing his reflex save, he's completely blind for a full round.
Okay. Wow. Xander, you have one action left. Piercy, you're up.
You guys just want to call this now and just
Xander's actually gonna start flying to the northwest to get up to that corner, following where Palik was.
How far?
I've got 60 feet of flight speed.
She can get about.
Oh, you're flying?
Yes.
Sweet.
So Piercy, Piercy actually wants to head that direction as well, up to the northwest where those 3 Onokrin are. So
You have like the big guy right on your
Don't
balls.
worry, I got it. Maybe stay.
so that's what Piercy does. He
Okay, bye.
he runs.
Aren't you literally flanking a guy right now? You're
Yeah.
like,
I can't
"That's
see
my
him.
ass."
I don't see him.
You don't see who?
I can't even see my own character.
It's whited out due to the light.
Here,
Yes.
look here.
Oh, there's things there.
It's like we have 4 different pages.
All right, fine.
The largest of the
options.
things is
Best
near you.
map ever.
Piercy takes an initial swing.
Kind of half-hearted, really, but all right.
Yeah, it honestly.
I don't
is.
want to be here.
That's a 2.
Literally half-hearted.
So he's
Yep,
gonna.
hero points.
So he's gonna use a
Yeah,
hero
you have
point.
3.
I am not left-handed.
It's horrible, Piercy.
I had plus.
Yes.
What?
He shook it off though.
Oh, you should. Oh, okay. Never mind.
You're
second,
pointing it?
Yeah, second swing.
First swing again.
Oh, that's right, first swing again. So that's 45 to hit.
45 to hit is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Great
So
shirt, by the way.
We'll see what happens.
Love the shirt.
Thank you. So we got 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 12 and 12 are 30 points of damage. 12
30.
of that's fire.
Okay.
To the monstrosity.
No, he's right next to the little guy. Not little guy, an Onokrin scout.
And
There's any little guys.
2 more actions left.
That's funny.
It's
Yeah.
a matter of perspective.
he just kind of huffs and uses his second 2 actions to go to the northwest. 110 feet.
So you're gonna pass by this huge clockwork thing.
I am.
I hope he just knocks the shit out of it.
Jeez. As Piercy's coming up to help you.
You've got to say that in character.
All right, the Onokrin is going next
110.
and is stepping right next to Yaru. Yaru, look out behind you as he's striking twice. He is frightened 1 still.
Piercy, where are you going?
I don't have time for this.
After you, I guess.
And this is another save he has to make, though, with
Willpower,
with
yes.
Yaru, right? With the mask?
Yes,
That is a 36.
that will fail.
So what does that mean?
That
Fear
means he's
2?
frightened 2.
God dang, back up to... Okay. So he still gets 2 attacks. He strikes out with his glaive, his magic glaive, and that is 33 to hit,
That is a critical failure.
and a 43 to hit.
That misses.
Really? Wow.
He's a 44.
43 is
44.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
You guys all cringe as Yarrow gets hit, but he just slow motion, just a couple whiskers right in front of him. Sweet. There is another Onocrin. He is prone, blinded, and questioning some life choices right about now. This wasn't in the recruitment. I just into this for college. He
Banish work. No, I just.
We're level 17.
I know. Totally. I did not augment the encounter. I'm like, we're gonna play as is, see what happens.
That would have hit if it was a level lower.
He stands up with his first action, and he is going to attack Sildren.
Yeah, great.
And
Roll your 13 or more.
he's blinded.
Mhm.
God bless America.
Oh, he's blinded, and I'm hidden to him, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he needs to roll that twice.
No.
Roll a D100.
He did succeed with that. He's striking in the dark at you, and that is 47 to hit.
That will hit.
Got a juicy hit finally, but the damage is only 29 piercing.
Okay.
His last action is going to be to strike at the wolf that messed him up.
Okay.
Shunka, with a penalty to hit, that is a 38.
That will miss.
Okay.
And how much damage was it again?
29.
29.
They are done. It is Bali's turn, then Yaru.
I have +1 to all my rolls for like the next week, don't I? I got a blessing from King Phaon.
Yeah.
I need to remember that.
You should, yes.
Yeah. I would.
If
I'd write that down.
if it impedes you in any way, no.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, if you're concentrating on that spell and you have something else
I
you
am
would rather
concentrating
do,
on that spell, but I'm
then
gonna-
drop it. I'm good.
All right. I succeed on my cast, and I am casting. Bali reaches behind his back and lobs his warhammer obscenely far to the point where you see it's almost ridiculous, and it finds purchase in the center of this space, this giant room there. And
He's casting a level 1 heal. Don't get too excited.
Level
get
2
too
lock,
excited.
maybe? On his Mjolnir.
And it finds purchase, and as it finds purchase in the stone, kind of stone slams in around it and kind of crafts its own little shrine, through which there is a beacon, an aura that just kind of blasts straight up, and there is a very finely ornately dressed dwarf, but standing much higher than anything else. How big is this room?
It's not tall. No.
It's not tall.
It's
Well, that's perfect for a dwarf.
a giant dwarf.
A giant dwarf. He fits in there rather neatly and is just glowing and all serene. This is the casting of Deific Herald, which is radiating a 100-foot aura from its center. And this is casting, I think it's called Aura of, not Redemption.
Wow.
Reprisal? Aura of something.
It's we decided. I can't remember what we decided for your
Yeah,
god.
it was lawful neutral version, or not the lawful neutral.
Lawful good?
Lawful good.
Neutral
good.
Neutral good is Glimpse of
Glimpse of
Redemption, a paladin style ability. So when a foe hesitates under the weight, they must choose. So when an enemy and an ally of him are both within 15 feet, he can take an action to react and help out.
That is
Holy
that's
shit.
The whole room.
That's the whole room.
That's the whole room. Yeah,
Within 15 feet.
of the people who are affected. So the aura is 100 feet, and if it affects the allies and whoever's within 15 feet of them is.
Let's see. The herald occupies a space of a huge creature, has a speed of 60 feet. Lawful good. Or retribution while within 100 you and your Yep. Wow. Why is this? Because it's level 8. Yeah. Wow.
Because we're nearly demigods?
So yeah, he can reach out and do that. Yeah, that is super cool.
Voice
this
comes
is
out
the-
of the hammer. Let
So
me
you're
sleep,
wondering-
son!
You're wondering where all
You're
this
still
light's
an
coming from? It's
embarrassment.
coming from this
Doesn't
herald.
make up
that's
for
in
Oh, is that what it is?
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
That works.
All
I
right,
like it.
you have another action, and Yaru.
Actually, that takes 3 actions.
All 3 actions.
So what is the boom? What does it do exactly?
He can react to help block some damage within 100 feet.
That's really cool.
Let me see.
Actually, the enemy makes a choice when they do damage.
Right.
They can either do no damage, or they can do some damage with some resistance, which I think is attached on there, and they take in.
Or become enfeebled, like if they have to do the damage, but then they're becoming enfeebled.
Oh my god.
Each turn.
Nice.
Okay.
That is noteworthy. Writing it down. Yaru will ignore this little frail Honorcrin standing beside him. Will walk.
I'm sorry, I need to change
Never
that. Sorry.
will
He
wave
does
at
not do that. He gives all of that power to you within 100 feet. So each of you have gained the reaction glimpse of redemption, is what he does.
That's what I said. Didn't I say?
Yeah, he does not intervene. You all can burn a reaction to intervene. So when you and an ally, when an enemy damages an ally that are both within 15 feet of you, you can react and help block that hit.
Gotcha.
Each of you have an action now to do that,
Oh, thanks for leaving, Piercy.
which is a lot of reactions right there you can use.
Wow. Yeah. Groovy. Goodness.
All right, sorry, go.
Yeah, Yaru will ignore the kind of dazed and confused Honorcrin next to him. He will walk north to the giant metal creature and will knock on the front door with a nice 2-action +3 punch here, thanks to the little orb.
Is this a 1-inch punch?
Yes, I'm going to do a 1-inch punch, but I walked through the orb. I believe that gave me a +3.
Yep.
So
All right, good luck.
1-inch punch here. Do have extra hero points if I need them. Here we go. That is a 43.
40 with your +3?
47. I'm sorry. Jesus, 40, 46.
Math does not
Goddamn.
check out.
46.
46 is a hit.
Yes. 46
And what
is a
type of damage are you doing? You have different traits you can assign to
Well,
fists.
this is just a 1-inch punch, which will be an additional damage. He will have to make a fortitude save.
Yeah, but what are the traits? You can assign traits to your thing. They're permanently on.
I'm not sure exactly.
Like you can turn your fists into their,
I have
magic weapons
I have,
or their metal.
I have both cold iron and silver for bypassing resistance for that. I
Okay.
have magical. Count as unarmed attacks count as magical for bypassing resistance. I also have adamantine strikes.
That's the one that cracks through all his resistances right now.
Yeah.
You guys see him punch, you're just like, dude, you're just going to break your wrists. And no, he punches into it. So you ignore any resistance I'm just about to toss at you. Nice.
Flat ignore?
Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
So this is 4d6 plus 17. 14. So we got 29 points.
29 points of damage.
damage,
His fort save was a 50, by the way.
5 of that is fire, and we'll just ignore the fortitude saves from now on. 'Cause that was a critical success.
All right. That is Master Yaro's turn. It is its turn.
Well, that was... Yes.
It is its turn. It is going to swipe with its blade.
Swipe right.
Swipe right, Yaru.
Who's around? Just you
Let's
two are-
match.
It has to make a willpower save?
Because you're terrified.
Mask
Yes.
of Terror?
No. It could care less about it.
Okay.
It is immune to
It
those
probably
effects.
doesn't have much will.
It swipes at you with its blade first and foremost with frickin' 40 to hit. Man,
Your dice are
brutal.
horrible tonight.
I know. Do I get hero points? All right. It's gonna return some favors and blowtorch you.
All I heard was return
God dang!
favors
It
and
went for a
blow.
20 and then rolled to a 2. That's another miss. Then it gets pissed and is going to stomp on you. Come on. 33 to hit. Jesus.
Wow.
It's the room. If there were more space.
Holy
It's
moly.
too low. Gonna raise that ceiling up and need all sorts of extra.
To the northwest, there is a machine that is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little spires of blue magic. There are some symbols on the floor that they surround, and this is definitely something they are very concerned about with you guys arriving. This is where the 3 Honorcrin assemblers are at, one of which is a guy who is taking this metal rod and getting it close to one of these little mini spires. They're only about 4 feet tall. And it looks like he's pulling magic out of it. Another one, the one that is the southmost, drops his little tool thing and puts his hands up and does not want any part of this fight as he sees 2 of the heroes running in. And then the farthest one to the north around
Actually,
this
if I
area.
can augment that just a little bit, it doesn't see the 2 heroes. It sees one freaking appear in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's true. She just arrives. And then the last one to the north is just taking this tool and is just smashing it into his little spire as hard as he can, seeing you guys come up. That is their turn. And we are up at the top with Palik. You're racing up on these guys.
The one that's smashing the one to the far north. So Palik, just pops and just appears. And these are the guys that have the gold sashes.
Yes.
Those are great gold sashes you guys are wearing. They're gonna look awesome, piled up on my shoulders after I murder your face. And she's gonna strike out.
Give yourself a +2. They are not militarily trained really well, and you surprised them a bit.
50 to hit.
Wow. Double critical
That
hit.
is definitely a big hit.
Kill them all.
Is that the highest player roll we've seen?
I think so.
I think it
I thought there
is.
was a 52 out there somewhere. 51.
That might have been a creature, though.
Maybe.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a hit. That's a critical hit. Yeah, don't roll your dice. Delete. He is gone. Slaughtered.
That's she like appears.
Like if the camera's really focused in on him and he swings back with this thing, you just see this blur, and the tool just clatters to the ground.
Oh, then she's gonna take a swipe at the other one.
All right. This is not +2. It's got that missed attack penalty or multiple attack penalty.
42 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Wow.
Roll the damage on that.
Well, 111.
What?
And he is destroyed as well, leaving just the third one with his arms up, now trembling.
So with her last action, she's just gonna get right in this dude's face.
Okay. Sildren.
Sildren hearing just screams of horror off in the northwest corner. Wow, he's gonna turn to the Honorcrin and today is not your day. And he's gonna cast a level. Extend his hand. Actually, I'm gonna step back.
And he's no longer blind. It was just one turn, right?
Yeah,
The
but to
scintillating
me,
thing?
he's still
Yeah.
take a step back and then cast an 8th level searing light at you said +3 because I was just in the little light thing.
Correct. And I'm lowering his armor class by 2 for his flat-footed condition.
Right.
Because you're hidden to him.
And then my plus on my spell is what? Primal is 20. I don't know what my spell DC is.
You don't know what your spell attack is?
Not now that I'm level
28 or 29, I think.
18,
So if your DC is
40.
40, then your attack
30.
is 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I rolled a 6, so I'm going to use a hero point.
He wants the big numbers.
There we go. So that's going to be a 48 to hit.
So just out of invisible nothingness, just this plasma beam comes firing out with a 48 to hit is a critical hit.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, so that's and it's not undead, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just going to roll these 7.
He's 7.
6, oh god, 6, 12. Sorry. 10, 20, 27. Hold on.
After these messages.
2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, so it's 15d6. That is 6 of that. So double that.
Carry the 1.
+3, right? So you
Do 2.5 times 2.5.
So 57 times 2, since it's a critical, will be 114.
Okay.
Plus, I think I get a spell modifier as well.
What? All right, 114 is what I'm putting down for now.
No. So 5d6 fire damage. If it's undead, it would take another.
All right, he's lit up, burning and fired.
And then Shunka attacks.
Yeah.
Knocks him down again.
That's only going to be a 33. 3 to hit.
Is a miss.
Figured.
It is Xander's turn. Xander, who's been flying across the room in his fiery form.
Fly across the room. Lots of screams happening up top. Xander now sees adamantine golem piece of gook, which is just huge, and going toe-to-toe with Yaru. So Xander's going to, I think, probably... That's just really big for a small room. The room is really not that high, right?
Nope.
It's like 30 feet?
Even
20
less
feet?
than that. Yeah, about 20, 25 feet.
All right, so a tornado is probably not the best choice.
Jesus.
No, thank you.
Just options. Just,
I'll
just
handle the wind,
throwing
okay?
options. How to reflexes. Oh, you know what? Xander's gonna float where he is, and he's gonna turn and cast a volcanic eruption right underneath where it's at. So there's a 5-foot radius, and I'm gonna adjust it so that it's within the radius, but Yaru isn't. So right outside of that area. He does have a basic reflex save for this one, 39.
Okay. Is his target number? 39 is... I was gonna say is a guaranteed pass. He got a 37.
Whoa! So he gets a failure, so he's gonna take the full damage, which is crazy. Not a big roll. That is, what am I looking at? 8 plus 49. That is 57 points of fire damage.
Is that double?
It was not a critical failure,
okay,
just a regular
yeah.
failure. Yeah.
So how much damage?
57 points of fire damage.
Okay, he takes it all, burning him up. And Yaru, you are wincing in pain knowing you're going to get hit, but you are not with the surgical eruption there.
Surgical eruption. I like that.
Let me double check one thing real quick here. Let's see. All normal terrain is difficult terrain to a flying creature. They do not take any damage. A creature encased in rock can attempt an escape against your DC to end the effect. Otherwise, the creature remains encased until it takes a total of 50 damage, as it has been covered in lava and then cooled to be encased in rock.
The lava rapidly cools and encases creatures in the area. A creature encased in rock is clumsy and takes a -10 penalty to its speed. So that's an additional benefit there. A creature encased in rock can attempt to escape to end the effect. Otherwise, remains encased until it takes 50 points of damage, freeing it from the rock. Wow, that's really cool. So I'm adding clumsy 1 to it. Okay. We have next up is Piercy.
All right. Piercy wants to. He's just basically ignored what Palik just did, and just walks over to this empty space and wants to investigate this mechanism that is there.
You sheath your sword and like start poking around.
What's that?
You just sheath your sword and start poking around.
Yeah. I still have it out, but I'm just walking casually over to this machine that's in
He's
the
poking
middle
stuff
of
with the
these
sword.
eight-
Never mind.
What is?
Piercy's using his brain lately and lost some of his balls.
What?
Please
what,
have said that in the game.
What does Piercy see with this?
Piercy, where exactly are you?
I'm in the northwest. I'm up by Palik. I'm standing right next to Palik.
You see essentially four blue pillars with 4 blue pillars, almost like runway lights,
Right.
but only going about maybe 40 feet long, with at the end some symbols on the ground.
Okay. Symbols on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And can Piercy make anything? Do they look Chaloran, maybe?
You're spending your whole turn doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. You head over towards these symbols and make a arcane roll, please. Or Arcana? I never remember the name.
Okay.
Covers the entire room. I already did.
Arcana.
Thank you.
And that's a 26.
Okay. You've never seen any symbols like this before, but as you have stepped in, you do start to see an image around you, a ghostly image of bright magical blue light and some sort of outstretched small hand of stone.
And it looks as if it's in the room or not in the room.
It's like a wavery hologram-like image
Okay.
that you're standing within.
I'm standing inside of this image.
Yes.
this hand?
This image of which there's a tiny stone hand reaching out, and then this blue light magic.
Okay. All right. I think these are the things.
The what?
The things, the things that take us to the place.
Okay. How about you take your sword out and do something with it?
I spent my entire turn doing that.
Yep,
didn't I?
you are done. Honorcrin scouts go. The one to the south rushes up to Yaru and is now flanking with the giant beast and is finally going to get some pain in on you. Strikes twice with a 48 to hit.
That will hit.
And then strikes a second time. Can he get through with a natural 20?
I don't know about that one.
Yaru, get them! We have it! 27 points of piercing and 51 points of piercing to Yaru from behind.
I do have an additional 12.
Blood streaming down Yaru's back.
Did he do his?
Is anyone within 15 feet of me?
27 and 51.
Did he have to make any roll for the angry face thing?
No.
Okay.
The other Onacrin is right next to Sildren. Yeah, you guys are really scattered, aren't you? And this guy is no longer blinded, cannot see Sildren.
I am hidden.
Or did you take an offensive action and eliminate?
It doesn't matter. It works for a minute.
No. The spell might, but the invisibility has to specifically call that out, like Christopher's ability does for Palik. If a target uses a hostile action while invisible, the spell ends after that hostile action is complete.
Okay, is that just from the invisibility, or is that from the? Because the spell effect is since he failed, for 1 minute, every time the target damages you, it can't observe you until the end of its turn. So I guess even if it hits me,
Yes, then it would re-trigger another invisibility type thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're not even invisible; you're just unobserved by him,
Right.
which is similar. So you are visible to him. He is wounded pretty bad. You just blast him with searing stuff. He's going to go ahead and strike at you, Sildren. 43 to hit.
That will hit.
And then, then does he have to do anything after that?
He needs to make a will saving throw. I mean, I will take the damage.
Yeah. 22 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Piercing.
Okay.
And then a 45 on his save.
That'll work.
And then strikes at you and misses. And it's going to strike at you again. And misses. He is messed up. Bali, you're still at the entrance to this cave.
I know. I need to make my way more to the center point, avoiding any of the...
What's your 25 movement speed?
Oh, he's flat-footed when he's attacking me or
You're
something.
25?
25.
That does not affect his attack.
Okay.
Your attack's on him.
Or
Got it.
one movement gets you here.
Don't you have anklets?
Being a dwarf. I love being a dwarf. Yeah, 25, just a little bit closer.
So you're a dwarf awful lot for somebody who doesn't like it.
I love being a dwarf. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. What's my range to the big guy?
Not even
Short
myself.
dogs?
70 feet.
Take me a year to get to it.
I hate being a dwarf.
And your character wanted to walk like from Charvain to the Ironlands or something. Like.
What was my range on that? It's going to have to be. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's going to be 2 castings from me. One is casting Sanctuary upon myself. The other is following up with Shield. No, just Sanctuary since I moved. So there. And then after I do that, I don't need to move the Herald. The Herald spins around and flashes out a blessing to all in the name of the Stonefather and vanishes violently, casting a spell upon the heroes as he disappears. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Herald is gone. Hold on. He's casting Divine Wrath Anywhere 120 feet, he can create a 20-foot burst.
Are you reading the right one?
Double checking.
This
Maybe.
is the neutral.
Neutral good, sorry. Cast a level 3 heal
Yes.
with a radius of 100 feet.
Oh my
There
god.
you go.
Nice.
Bum, bum, bum. That is 33. Everyone heals 33 hit points.
Back to full
That's
health.
great.
Thank you.
I like that one. Okay, next is Yaru. Yaru, you are surrounded by big enemy and a not so big enemy.
I am. I just remember that I have a speed rune I have not been utilizing. So I'm going to have to remember that. First action will be to recall knowledge on the adamantine being.
Okay.
Or wait, it's encased in lava, is that right? So it's like
Yeah, it's encased
okay.
in stone. That was lava.
Never mind that. No need to do anything. I was gonna get like a reflex save or something. I will do. We'll just do a 2-action, 1-inch punch once again, and we'll see what.
On the honor crit or on
No, on the adamantine.
So I want to let you know that it is encased in that stone until it takes a total of 50 damage, which frees it from the rock.
Gotcha.
But it's as designed. The rock makes its armor class drop, and then you just, after a while, you break it out of it. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't stress too much about it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I gotta
You got
punch it anyway.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of the thing.
Mention that was a 5th level heal.
What am I doing? 2-action.
Yeah,
1-inch
that's
punch. 3. I'm going to use a hero point. I rolled a 3. Not great. And rolled a 5. 38 to hit.
38 to hit on this big guy. I'm just going to say no, and I would be
Yeah.
correct.
So that's 2 actions. I will use my 3rd action to recall knowledge on it.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a weakness. Its biggest weakness, I guess.
We can. Well, first, let's see if we get the roll.
Oh, right,
So you need to make an arcane.
Okay.
Or, yeah, it's going to be arcane roll.
Okay. I do have untrained improvisation, so that helps a bit. Not a great 3 again. 22.
22. You have no idea.
Okay. With my speed rune, last action, I'm gonna whip around really quickly and slap the shit out of this Honorcrin for saying something about my wife.
Free attack.
Ooh, that's a 19 with a 33. What was that?
52.
52, yeah.
And that's with a missed attack penalty in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
sorry, multiple attack penalty?
Multiple attack penalty. 25 instead, so it's
44.
44.
A 33 went down to a 25?
Mhm.
No.
That's what it says. 33, 29, 25.
So, but you only did a 1-inch punch, so that's 1 attack.
So my second modifier.
So it'd be a second one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so 29, yes.
Yep.
So 56.
48. 29 and 19, because 19
What was
was the
the-
roll, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did 40.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
40
a hit. You got a
48 to
hit.
Jesus.
That's why we keep you around, Jeremy.
It's one of them.
Hey, you did
48 to hit, and this is my 46.
I can always do math when it's not mine.
17, that's 31. 41.
41.
41 points of damage.
Are you sure?
All right. Does that look right?
Plus my 17. 31. 2 of that is fire.
31 points of
Did I
damage.
say 41?
Yes.
I'm sorry. 31.
That's all right.
2 is fire.
31. Going through all his resistances again. Another punch through. He's still standing strong, but.
Well, that was the Honorcrin, not the.
Oh, never mind.
I turned
Never
around.
mind.
completely resisted.
This was the unwounded guy, and you hit him for how much?
31. 2 of that is fire.
Got it. Done.
42 save as well.
Sorry, I'm doing a lot of math here. Fortitude save is 31.
That's a fail.
Okay. What does that mean?
Stunning Fist. He is stunned 1, I believe. Failure. Stunned 1. Incapacitation effect.
Stun 1. Okay. The Clockwork Amalgam goes.
At the start of the Amalgam's turn, does he take fire damage? I was just reading the second part of the volcanic eruption. Additionally, creatures in the area and those within 5 feet automatically take fire damage from the intense heat.
Yep.
Would that be me within 5 feet?
Oh, nice roll.
Nope.
Well, that was huge. 15, 20 points of fire damage.
Wow. Jeez. For how much? What did you just roll?
I rolled 46.
No, 3d6.
3d6 plus the 1 for being on fiery body. It increases all fire damage rolls by 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
You got to read me fire body. I doubt that's continuous damage.
Fiery body. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's your unarmed attacks. Okay, so you become living flame, giving you fire immunity. Blah blah blah. Any creatures that touches you. Blah blah blah. Takes weapons fire damage. In fire form, you have a fly speed, and you can produce flame. There it is. One die additional fire damage of the same damage that the die uses. I'll repeat that again.
Yeah, I need that sentence.
Yeah. So it's 1 additional. Your unarmed attacks deal 1d4 additional fire damage, and your fire spells deal 1 additional damage of fire damage.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, how much damage?
That was 20.
Got it. Okay.
1 point? Or
No,
one
we're moving on.
die.
All right, so Clockwork Amalgam just took some damage. It is staying in there and is going to attack Yaru, or just
It has to attempt the save. Will save?
No.
No, not anymore.
It does not.
The amalgam is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't
knows no
have a
fear.
soul.
plus I think everyone has to roll that just once, right?
For the Mascaterra
Yeah.
at the beginning.
I think it's just once.
It is dazzle. Checking.
Why is it dazzled?
It failed its reflex save,
And
because it's a scintillating spell
Oh.
for the reflex blades, it's dazzled for 1 round.
Nope. When any creature attempts a hostile action against the target, the creature must attempt a will save. It is then temporarily immune until the end of its next turn.
So each turn it can't. Oh yeah. So if it does multiple in 1 turn, got it. Okay. Anyways, that doesn't matter. It is going to. Just got blasted from there. And that is. It's with a burst of speed, crunching easily over the difficult terrain, races east towards Xander.
Oh no!
And swipes at you with a sharp blade for a 56 to hit.
Wow.
Is it still encased, or did it attempt to escape because it's covered in rock?
That's right.
Oh,
And it's
no, it
mo-
did not. So it only had. So it took 2 actions to get there. Then.
Okay, it can make an attempt to escape.
Nope,
if it wants
it's
to.
there. It's getting a hit.
All right,
56 to hit.
that hits. Oh my gosh, I think it's critical.
That's gotta be. That's the biggest
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
ever.
Fiery form.
Critical.
Yeah, that hits a lot.
91 points of slashing damage, swatting Xander.
Jeez, it does take a little bit of fire damage because it hits me.
1d4.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm in a fiery body, so that's going to be 13 points of
Okay.
fire damage.
And last is the Honorcrin Assembler at the northwest, and he still has his hands up next to you, Palik and Piercy,
That's a wrong person to surrender to.
and says, I surrender.
It might have information.
And then Palik, it is your turn.
You can tell me while it screams.
Piercy, with your newfound pacifism, why don't you tie this little bastard up and we can deal with him later? And without waiting for an answer, she clicks her anklets of alacrity together to gain some speed for the next 10 minutes. And she is going to...
And Sildren, you're next.
She's going to boomerang around the cave.
Yes. She's going to use all 3 of her actions.
Okay, to move around. All right, Sildren.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Sildren.
I don't have much to add. Sildren is just He's going to throw a cantrip out.
A
A
cantrip.
cantrip and just cast Ray of Frost.
Bold move.
See if it works out for him, Cotton.
Uh-huh. All right. So spell attack, it's a 42 to hit.
Is a hit.
All right. And that's going to be 94 plus my...
Stop moving.
plus my spell modifier.
Sorry, this is all
All
wonky.
right, there's 94
It is wonky.
right here. Boom. That's 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Shunka attacks. And that's going to be for Shunka, that's a 42 to hit for
Is a
Shunka.
hit.
All
Xander,
right,
you'll be
Shunka
next.
knocks him prone and then does 10, 14 plus 8, 22.
22.
Points of damage as well. And he is prone again.
Good. Xander.
Oh my gosh! Ah, got the freaking golem running right at me. Ah,
I'll be there
Xander.
soon, Zanny.
Xander's gonna fly northeast, away from the adamantine clockwork scary thing, a full 60 feet.
It strikes with an attack of opportunity
No,
against
don't
you,
hit me.
Xander.
Okay.
For a 56 to hit. Was that the same number as
Wow.
before?
Oh, yeah, that's critical.
And
Close to you. Are you within?
He would have.
No way. Was it the same? I can't find the number. 97 points of damage.
Whoa.
Was that the same amount?
91.
91 as
Where's
before.
last?
That was
This is
almost
even
echo.
harder. 97, you say? That is.
does Xander actually
plus
fly away?
91, that's 188.
You're still alive.
I am because I'm level 18.
You also had a 12 reserve, by the way.
Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, so from friggin' where I am, that's really painful. Need help? Xander will cast Chain Lightning straight at the adamantine clockwork, and I believe the other Onocrin is within 30 feet of him.
No way.
It's not.
no.
One to the south?
No. No.
Shoot, well, in that case, let's cast a Fireball.
All right.
Fireball!
And he is enfeebled, which affects his reflex save, by the way.
Oh, that's great news.
Encased, he's able to move not as strongly, and he has rolled a reflex save of 41. 4-1.
4-1 is a save, so
Okay.
he will only take half damage of my level 9 Fireball. Which is... I'll just roll these.
And Piercy, you're up after this.
8, 10, 14 plus 9 per level. So 9 times 6.
54 plus 14 is 68.
68 points of fire damage.
In
Takes
half.
half of that, so that is 34.
Done. He gets lit up for a little bit of flame.
How wide is this creature?
How wide?
Yes.
He is a large creature. Not massive, but like 10 feet tall, 12 feet tall.
Would he fit in a 5-foot space?
Yeah, he's more than 5 foot space.
He's more than. Okay, thank you.
Yep. He's a 10 by 10 space wise.
Okay.
Piercy.
Piercy just sighs and looks at this assembler. So, what does this thing do? How does it work?
He says, it takes you to another place.
And how? What do I do?
He goes over and
Nope.
He doesn't. He stays put.
Yes, tell me.
Told you to tie him up.
You're not there. He says, I need my my tuning rod.
Piercy
I
takes
can
a
start
swing,
it.
Takes a swing and says, "I give you a tuning rod." With a 19, that's a keen. That's a net. That's a critical.
Okay, to attack him.
Yeah.
He is critically hit. Roll your damage.
So many dice.
Jeez.
So
You can average those out.
10. I like the math. 22,
So does the audience.
35 plus another 15. 50 points of damage.
He is
and
killed.
11 of that is fire.
Destroyed.
tuned.
Piercy goes and picks up the rod.
Okay, you have it in your hands. It is a brass rod, very smooth, has almost like a bedpost end to the tip, little bulbous tip at the end. Speaking of bulbous tips, Yaru, you are being attacked by a barely wounded Honorcrin scout. He loses an action. He is going to, you've been a little prickly to hit. He is going to faint. What is your will plus 10? Will save plus 10.
Will plus 10 with a plus 2 from Bali is 39.
He faints, and you just look him dead in the eyes. Like you watch the hips. You've learned that. You know, he's not going that way. Then he totally misses with that, and just gets angry and slices down, trying to connect in 37. Yes?
He needs to make a will saving throw.
Stupid mask again?
Mm-hmm.
He succeeds, and we'll say the attack misses. There is a badly wounded Honorcrin scout next to Sildren, who
Surrender or die.
is phasing in and out of reality every time he hits, right? You
Me,
are?
yes.
Yeah. He will strike at Shunka then.
Okay.
Shunka is attacked with the glaive of the Honorcrin, boldly going down with a 37,
He misses.
a 39.
He misses, and that should be the end because he had to stand up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Done. Bali. Bali, then Yaru.
Range to Xander because he decided to fly away.
You had a speed item at one point that you gave away, I might add.
That, yeah, it did increase my spell range.
45.
45. And who's in Wednesday? That's you.
I'm over here. Sildren's over here.
I can help
Yaru's way
Xana.
over here.
Not only are you guys far away, you are native to Cone.
I can help Xander.
You can help Xander. I can help there.
If I choose to.
Is the clockwork still stone?
It is not.
Okay. I feel like if it was, Bali would have something cool.
I got cool stuff.
No, I know, but if it was stone, it would be especially cool. At least I
Especially
believe
cool.
Link
but
is enamored with your
Xander's my close.
tuck in a stone.
25.
You should be enamored with Xander's stone.
I gotta get to Gleek. So let me run past the
This
creature,
is
but not in
difficult.
the red
This is,
space.
so you're gonna go north and
No,
come
I'm gonna go
around.
south.
So you're gonna go by Yaru? How far?
If you
It's
go
gotta
n-
be 2 full movements. So
If you go north, you can hit that orb and get some plus 1s or plus,
can I get to the arc?
plus 3.
With 2 movements? Yeah.
2 movements.
Oh no.
Not with your shitty
Yeah.
speed.
What's your plan, Christopher? You're running around everywhere. What are you doing?
I haven't run
He doesn't
anywhere.
know.
I need to. Then I need to get Xander. So move me in closer to Xander.
Oh my
and then I'm
goodness.
gonna do this. Xander, you will be healed.
All right, he gets close to you. Xander is going to cast a heal. While you're figuring that out, Yaru can take your turn.
Yeah, Yaru looks at the Honorcrin and is like, you really got to work on your form. And will show him how to work on his form with his standard attack. 33 to hit.
125 healing to
Jeez.
Xander.
Wow.
Wow.
And if anyone is next to you, no.
Nope.
Anyone next to me, no.
Okay, what was the hit?
36 on that first one. Horrible
Is a
roll.
miss.
Bad roll. Second. Oh my gosh, another one. 32.
Is a miss.
Do a new.
You were speaking of form.
Yeah. Yeah, not great.
I'm talking about context.
We'll do a feint
Okay.
on my third action.
Make a deception roll.
Deception. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Hero point.
A hero point and fate. He wants it. He wants it.
Natural 1.
Oh, you are flat-footed until the end of your next turn.
Twist your ankle.
My speed rune attack is 29.
Nice form.
Thank you.
Bond mode you. Yeah. It is the Clockwork's turn. Bum, 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 bum. It does not see Palik behind it, and with unencased, with a burst of speed, closes in on Bali and chases you down.
So Bali's running. I've got you, Xander. Where's the shadow?
Yeah. And it chases you down almost like a big cougar cat type thing. Like it wouldn't have got you, but it saw movement and then just goes after you.
I resent that.
My sanctuary is still in effect. If it can or is able, would have to roll a will save to hit me, or to assault me.
Sanctuary spell has the traits of nothing. No, it has just abjuration. Must temple will save. Wow, that's really weird. I thought it
really awesome.
Yeah, I thought it would have. It's a level 1 spell with no strange traits. Okay,
That's why I have 3 of them. All of my level 1s.
It's a good use of that.
so willpower, you said.
Willpower.
It got a natural 20 and will ignore all sanctuaries for the rest of this battle.
Jeez. That's not good for Bali.
All right, it strikes at you with only a 44 with its metal blade.
That will hit.
Only a 44.
It was a low roll. It's coming back, you guys.
If it hits Yaru, it hits anyone.
48 points of damage.
Great.
Proceed.
And then with a big metal foot stomps down on you with a 52 to hit.
52 will be a critical.
Oh, Bali the healer has been stomped for 72 points of bludgeoning damage and knocked down. You are taken down, and that is the end of that turn, and we will take our break there with the priest going down, still stuck in this cave. Things are not over with yet, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
We have this giant mechanical amalgam of adamantine standing over a dropped Bali, conscious, but prone and beaten. Xander's also taken some hits, but healed. The group scattered around. First up is Palik.
Oh, she's got extra movement, so she's gonna jog around this difficult terrain and come right up behind this amalgamum, and she's gonna swipe a couple times.
Good luck. I believe in you.
52 to hit.
52 to hit is a hit.
Hits are good.
Yeah, for sure. 57 points of damage.
All right. Most of that gets through. But you do not have Yaru's fists.
That's cool. And then it will take some persistent bleeding damage. Isn't going to work out, is it?
No.
Okay.
What if I cut it really hard?
There's oil oozing out.
Does Bali blood count?
Then it will be enfeebled 1 until the end of my next turn.
Why? Oh, debilitating strike?
Debilitating strike.
Okay.
And then I will attack again. Miss with a 36.
Okay, that is a miss. Sildred.
Sildren, with his hand still pointed at the Onocrin, says, "You have but one choice: to surrender or die." But then he'll cast a heal towards Bali.
Oh.
And it is a 7th level heal.
Oh, back pocket, big heal.
Yeah, well, after hearing how many heal spells our healer carries,
Someone
shit
had
is
to be responsible.
unholy living pants, and is like, I'm going to pick up some heals. So that's 10, 16, 18, 21 plus 56, 77.
That's not a small number.
77.
Good for
points.
you, Sildren.
And then
You've been practicing.
Shunka spins away from the Honor Crin after a growl and leaps at the amalgam.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Put Shunka in flanking position.
That would be fantastic.
Sounds good.
Shunka will flank.
Pick it.
That is a natural 20.
What is the attack value?
50.
Yeah, okay, definitely critical.
That's going to be 8, 9, 14 plus 8, 22, doubled 44, and it's knocked prone.
Oh,
Right on top of Police.
What was the total damage again?
44.
Most
and
of that
is
gets
piercing
hit.
damage.
Okay.
Wally's like, how's it feel down here?
Most of that gets through. Again, not everyone has Yaru's fists
Yep.
of steel. Yaru's one of those YouTubers that does like that 1-inch punch and you don't believe it when
yeah.
he's doing it and he's trying to go through like wood,
Let me hold a timer so you can see it.
but the wood's really thin and held by two 12-year-olds. But I can do 2 at a time. All right. Good job, Shunka. And it's not prone. Xander.
Xander, now floating, feeling a bit healthier. Are the Onocrin and the Adamantine now within 30 feet of each other? Because it fell over and it's closer, it ran up.
No.
35? It's garbage.
No, I'm counting too many spaces. Yeah, that would be 30.
It is 30. Okay, great.
Right?
So Xander's going to cast Chain Lightning.
Hold on. That's 5. No, it is 35.
Okay,
Sorry.
Xander probably not going to cast Chain Lightning.
But you do have people that are within 30.
You guys okay with echoing spells? You know what that looks like? No, yeah. Instead, what Xander's going to do is he will... God, the thing dropped, huh?
Well, it's prone.
It is prone.
It's prone, right? Yeah,
not dead.
When things are prone, how do the reflex saves change?
They-
-2, right?
That's a good question.
Pathfinder has a ruler too. Flat-footed. -2 penalties to armor class. -2 penalty to armor class.
Is that what prone is?
No, sorry. That's what flat-footed is. You have to be
Sorry.
prone.
I
you're right.
think
It
I
does sound
threw
familiar.
you off on that.
You take a -2 penalty. You are flat-footed and a -2 penalty to attack rolls. You can crawl. Standing ends it. You can take cover. There's no penalty
Great.
to attack him.
Okay. So he doesn't have any reflex save penalties.
No reflex save penalty.
Great. In that case, with all of the... Thank you for answering all the questions, you guys. I'm going to cast Implosion on the Onocrin right past Sildren.
Is it safe to be near him?
It's one creature that this targets. It does not be an area effect in this case.
This is the badly wounded guy you're going nuts on.
It's a basic fortitude save.
Okay?
So he can make his own save on this one.
His fate is his own right here with this roll.
He's attacking.
With a fortitude save?
Correct.
He's clenching.
39
He's
DC.
clenching.
30 is his total.
That is not a critical failure, but it is a failure, so he will take a full 75 points of damage as the entirety of his armor crushes in around him, and he literally implodes, shrinking inward.
That's great.
The bends.
He crunches and crunches and crunches and becomes this smaller space of matter, a leg or an arm sticking out awkwardly, and then it drops to the ground, and he's a gooey, gory ball of meat.
All right. That was those 2 actions.
You should have surrendered.
He says before punching him.
Go! Emptying his helmet.
After doing that, Xander moves his left hand and points at the adamantine guy that's down and tosses a giant ball of fire as his elemental toss and blasts that out. And he will do an attack roll on that one for... Haven't added math for these for a while. 45?
45 to hit is
To
a
hit.
hit.
Yes. That is going to be...
Technically flat-footed, so probably 47, but
Still, right? The 72 points of fire damage.
72. All of that goes through. Done. Piercy.
All right, Piercy standing there by himself.
Way to the northwest.
Yep.
Piercy's like in a different scene.
He is really on. Yeah, basically. He has this rod in his hands. And he's kind of checking it over.
Say that? I didn't hear all that. What?
He has,
Could you repeat that word, please?
he has his rod in his hand.
All right.
And did you say one of these 8 magic fire things got smashed already?
Yes, the one to the northeast, most northeastish one, is damaged and not giving off light.
It's damaged and not giving off light. And what's the rod? Is the rod like glowing, doing anything?
When you get next to one of them, it seems to feed off of the energy of the spire. So the spire light goes down and the rod gains a little bit of light. And when you move it away, that light exchanges.
Okay. So he walks over to one of the little fires and touches the rod to it.
Okay. You touch the rod to it, and you can see there's some energy that starts to transfer, and you think there might be some way to deal with the energy or perhaps enhance the image that's around you, and only your many, many years of studying arcane knowledge will help you with this. Make an Arcana roll, and by that I mean an afternoon first aid Arcana class. You fail as a high schooler.
That's a 35.
With a 35, that's not bad. You are able to know how to disable this device. You do not know how to enable this device, but you are very confident that once used, there is no way to return through this device, and it is a gateway.
Okay. How many actions did that take?
That is just one.
Okay. With the second, I don't know how to enable it. With the second and third, I want to study some more to see if I can tinker around enough to figure out how to enable this device.
All right, make another Arcana roll, and then another Arcana roll.
Okay. Second Arcana roll is only a 27.
Nope.
Sure, all the sound of fighting is distracting.
And no.
Okay, you're trying, but you haven't quite figured that part out yet. The Honorcron Scout next to Yaru can go. What's Yaru's health at?
Bali?
Yaro's sitting pretty minus. He's 140-ish.
Okay.
Not dead yet.
Or 240-ish, rather.
The guy, it goes ahead and makes another feint at you, Yaru, with a 43 versus your will plus 10.
Will plus 10. Is my plus 2 from Bali
Still active.
still active? Yep, it's fine.
He passes?
Yes.
Okay. You are feinted and flat-footed, and so he strikes with a bonus, which is 45 to hit.
That will hit.
Hit. He does not a lot, 28 points of damage.
Okay.
And says, form. And then strikes a second time. And that's a miss. Gets a little bit of a blow in.
Did he roll
the
his
Mask of
will
Terror.
saving throw?
For Mask of Terror, yeah. Just let me know with these. There's so many different things I'm keeping track. Willpower saving throw. We'll see if that interrupts the attack. Maybe 37.
37 is a fail. So he is frightened 2.
Frightened 2.
Did
and
not
that's
make that-
before his attack, which means that'll drop his attack roll down to probably a miss.
Yeah. What's your AC?
44.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Great. Nice. He's been Masked of Terrored. That's not the first time for that poor guy either. But it's
So
each round.
Yaru will say form instead of him.
All right, Bala, you're up.
All right. Bali rises to his feet. Oh, this creature's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You're both on the ground, just kind of looking at it.
I know.
It's like the morning after you're just gazing at each other's eyes.
Big spoon. Bali stands up and moves away. Hopefully he's not able
Where
to
to?
strike. Back towards this craziness with the
Over
the
here?
dude over there. Yeah.
Well, that dude's not there anymore.
The dude's not there anymore.
No, he's dead.
Can I
He's imploded.
move on to the bling bling ding ding?
The bling bling ding ding. Double
That
wham
is the
wham.
official name of the glowing.
Anything else for Bali?
That was
It's a great
stand,
episode
and
named
I'm
Bling
just trying
Bling
to
Ding
find out if it's a move and a move. Either way, it's going to be a move and turn, or it's going to be a move and shield.
Okay.
So
Yaru,
if it works,
you got this honor crin up on your face.
I do. I will
He's not hurt
move
very much.
For my first action. I will step 5 feet away from him and then move 75 feet with my anklets of alacrity.
He's so ready to attack you as you back away, but he doesn't get it. Good step.
So I will move 80 feet towards the golem. For my first action.
Can't move.
You cannot move. That will take. You're not flying through the air, right?
No, I'm running.
Okay, so it'll
Fast
take
as
you
I
an
might.
additional action to get there.
Okay, so 80 first round, and then my additional my second action to get the rest of the way.
I can't either. What the heck is going on?
Can
There
I
we go.
flank with anybody
what's the connectivity?
around there?
No, it's gone.
Maybe-ish?
Yes, you can right there.
Okay. Third
There's a big
action
stone
will
there
be
where you
to
keep trying to drop
do a
that.
standard attack against the creature.
And it's prone, so
Get
flat-footed,
+2?
so +2.
So plus
two,
two.
right?
Okay.
Well, flank already takes care of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's a sideways roll. A fucking natural one. Does
'Kay.
Anybody have a hero point?
I got one for you.
I'll take it.
You can do better.
Thank you, Form.
Whoever did that.
+2. That is a 41.
41 is a miss. Hitting ground.
Last action is an attack again. God bless America. 35.
35?
37.
37 is a miss. And why don't you turn that into a flurry to get another attack in?
I can do that with my speed.
Shake machine is broken.
You cannot do it with.
The
I don't
speed
think.
rune?
I don't think you
I'll
can.
see you.
Well, I'll read the flurry of blows and see.
I think flurry of blows is an action to do that. It's its own thing.
Hate you.
But how many attacks did you just make? 2 attacks, right?
Mhm.
Why did
Yeah,
why?
moved and 2 attack. Oh, 2 moves and an attack because he had to move twice.
2 moves.
He's got an extra ability thing
yeah.
with that.
2
yeah.
moves.
You did 2 actions to get there.
Mhm.
You have a third action, which could be made into a flurry, and then you have a 4th bonus attack. So you have 1 more attack, according to my math, coming.
Okay.
Roll it, and it's just a freebie. Never know.
That's a 19.
Ooh.
The third attack modifier, 25, so 44.
44
+2.
is a hit.
46.
Piercing through the adamantine armor.
46. We're doing a standard attack. 18, 16 plus what is it? Plus 10, so 26. 2 of that is fire.
Okay,
Into the microphone. 26. 2 of that is fire.
done. And it is it's getting pretty damaged, and it is its turn. It rises for an action.
No.
And it takes that little Doc Ock prehensile grabbing hose, whips it inside its body, and rips it out of its arm and consumes the metal and heals and repairs itself a bit of damage in doing so.
Okay, this thing's kind of cool.
Got like nanobots inside it.
And then it does for its last action, a minor whirring doom attack.
Whirring?
Whirring. And it starts spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning super fast and lashes out with just 2 attacks. And it will do it at Shunka and Palik with 1 of each of its different arms. And it's getting faster and faster into the next turn. It will do its typical blade, and then it will do a blowtorch. The catch is it's -4 to all the attacks instead of a decreasing thing.
This is against just them two. Does it affect me as well?
Not you. This is Shunka with the blade. That's a 36.
That will miss.
And then the Blowtorch on Pleek with a -4. Ooh, that's a 37.
No.
Oh, misses with
Dodges
both
out of the way.
as it starts to spin. And we are starting a new round, I believe.
Sure are.
Pleek.
Hey, Goldilocks, I got some porridge for you. That's a 52.
52
Is that with the
with
+2?
flanking.
That's why she insulted him. She
Oh,
always
okay.
flat-footed.
52 is a hit.
Nice. Get it.
57 points of damage and enfeebled 1. Second attack. Ooh, will be terrible. 35. I'm gonna use a hero point. I rolled a 5.
What about halfling luck?
It's still the same day.
Oh, got it.
42.
42 is a miss.
Okay. Shoot. And let's see what happens with the third. Is it gonna be a miss?
All right, Sildren, your Onocrin is dead.
Yeah.
Xander just gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Sildren, does it appear to be a magic? Can Sildren isolate the magical item that is allowing that creature to spin like that?
No.
Okay. Well, shit sticks. I am going to cast. Who is lowest on hit points?
Maybe Xander still.
Xander's got, he's down 51, so he's down to 1.
Casting a heal?
Yep. Sildren is casting a
So
fourth
why don't you
level.
roll Shunka's attack?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
We,
then we'll move
will do that. Shunka will attack the
Xander, you're
creature,
next.
and that's a natural 1. Can I borrow a hero point from somebody?
Yes.
For Shunka, thank you. All right. Instead, that is going to be a 43 to hit.
43 is a hit.
And it should interrupt the spinning because it's going to be prone now.
It's knocked down. It does not interrupt the spinning, but it is now spinning on the ground.
That's bad. 17 points of piercing damage.
Barely any of that gets through.
That's fine. And then, actually, fuck it. Soldier's going to redirect that heal. Instead, he's going to cast Searing Light at 5th level on this creature.
I think it's your alternator.
And that was sort of on its side, so I will roll again. That'll be a natural 20.
Oh, no!
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 96. That's going to be 10, 15, 18, 28, 30, 60 points of damage.
6-0?
Yep, points of fire damage.
Okay. It's looking in bad shape again. Chunks go flying off of it.
And then Sildren can move, and he's going to move to the north.
All right, as you move,
35 feet.
Xander.
Polly gets an attack of opportunity.
Xander's hand that was pointing at the Onocrin that got shrunk down points straight over to the adamantine as he uses his effortless. What's it called? I just had it in my hand. Effortless concentration, and I concentrate the implosion on the adamantine golem.
40.
Each time you sustain the spell, you must choose a new subject. Has to be within 30 feet of you.
It is.
Which is right. Right?
Sorry, what's up?
30 feet
The
from
adamantine
Xander.
Xander to golem, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo!
Oh, you move the implosion over to him. A little mini black hole appears on him. This is basic fortitude.
39.
No incapacitation. Come on.
It's showing Devin Page how to do that black hole.
Fortitude.
That's right.
Come on.
That thing never worked for him.
No, it didn't.
36.
It fucking never
36 is a failure, so it will take all 75 points of damage.
You
as it
can take it
Nice.
down.
Oh! After the blast comes through and Sildren does the searing light, Xander finds where that weakness is that he was looking for, that magical thing that's causing him to spin and turn. And Xander reaches out and turns the hand and gets the spinning to actually like corkscrew on itself, like crushing a can, right? So one end stops and the other end keeps spinning, and it just curls itself into a ball in this twisted amount as it crushes and dies.
Great. Yeah, and perfect distance and everything. The cool thing for me for this creature, it was just winding up. It was then going to be able to do a 5 attack on 5 different
Whoa.
people for just 1 action with -4 against all of those.
That would have sucked.
And then it can move, but it would be at half movement because it's just whirling around. And it could have repaired. Oh, God. That was such a big turn for you guys to get that one in. Nice.
Yeah, good job.
Wow. So that was 0 actions for Xander because that didn't
No,
cost me
sustained
anything.
is an action.
This is not because
Oh, you're free.
I have a free sustain.
Nice.
There's 1 left.
Yeah, so Xander will. Where's the other Onacrin?
He's on the other side of like the difficult terrain on the southeast. You can see. Yeah, I'm going to him right now.
So Xander will fly
If there's a rock, you have
twice
found
to
it,
get
Seth.
near him.
Okay.
It's doing that with the difficult terrain too. It's crazy.
So Xander can fly up to 120 feet, which is across the room, I think, right? It's a 100-foot radius. So
Well, here's what we'll do. Yaru take 25 points of damage, and then Yaru has killed that guy.
Okay.
He's not going to surrender. And we'll just have Yaru and him duel it out a bit, and he is dead.
And Xander will fly to the direction he was originally going to go and follow Piercy to where Piercy is up in the corner.
All right, Piercy, you doing anything interesting over there as Xander approaches?
Piercy is making some Arcana rolls still, trying to figure out how to
Just smashing
get
things
this
with a
thing to
hammer,
Using the magical word.
touching it to his tongue gently.
Almost nothing. Not there, unless at 31 is anything.
No.
And there's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Whoa!
And you see Piercy with this rod, and he touches it in a strange way, one of these spires, and goes, oh, and goes and touches a different one and a different one. And just as you approach Xander, Piercy disappears.
Wah! Does the rod go with
The
him?
rod does not, and goes clank, 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 clank on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And you all you hear is, yes.
Finally.
Xander, Piercy, what did you find?
Piercy just vanished.
Why?
He was touching things with the rod. It looks like he pulled off a really amazing arcane spell.
Wait, and Yarl will rush over there. Isn't that your thing?
Pierce is pulling off a rod. It was right there. Sorry.
Low-hanging fruit.
I just gotta get it.
Double low
Literally.
hanging fruit.
I'm a halfling. It's the
Yeah.
only fruit I get. Xander will go ahead and try to determine what happened. I think he'll roll an arcane roll to determine the spell that he just did.
You can try to figure out this device with an arcane roll. Yes, please.
We'll do that.
You have a
45?
Yeah, right off the bat, you know exactly what's going on, how the device works, and yes, he has gone, and you know that there is no way this device can bring him back. Where he's gone, no one knows.
Round and round it
Kind of know,
goes.
or we think we know.
No one knows.
Bleak would like to do some looting.
Looting! You find this armor that doesn't quite fit any of you or of use to any of you. Neither are their weapons. They are magically part of them. But you do find a bag of gold, a big bag of gold, 900 gold. That is in old Byzrin coins that they have just tossed in a corner. There's no use to them.
Is that used to us?
Yeah, it's money you can spend.
Okay.
And there are also 2 scrolls, magical scrolls in scroll cases.
In 3, if I'm not mistaken, golden sashes.
Yes.
Thank
A
you.
little bit of blood
That's fine.
on each of them. One of them a little
She knows
extra
how to
soaked.
make some club soda to put that out. She has Xander. Put some bubbles in some water.
Prestidigita club soda.
Prestidigita cold soda.
You know, I can do level 9 meteor storms, and this is what I do the most.
I'm cleaning. I'm doing your laundry.
Soda stream.
Soda stream.
My little soda stream zing.
Nothing fresher than SodaStream.
Cool. So Xander will kind of relay to the group that Piercy went through this. It's a gateway. It goes in one direction. I can turn it on. I can get it going for you. I would probably need to go last so that everyone else can go through.
I will go next, if that is fine.
Only if you say you're the Elder Druid.
As the Elder Druid should go next. And we'll follow Xander's directions and prepare to also give Piercy a nice little scolding when he gets there.
All right. Sildren fades out of view and disappears through these little spire markers.
Yeah, was this the only way to go?
That's a good question.
I thought there was a passage. Okay.
I mean, is there a passage?
Bolly takes a look around.
There are no other passages.
Okay, we're safe. This is the way to go. Okay.
What about this ring of teleportation we're supposed to be finding? Yeah, so Xander will activate again. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Bolly fades away.
Bing, bong, bong.
Exit stage left even. We'll go
Ryder's
through.
gone.
Is that Yogi?
Do you have any idea where this goes?
No, what's his name?
Boo Boo?
No, it's the cat.
The cat, right?
Yeah.
Sylvester.
Palik.
Exit stage left even.
Where?
Yeah.
You have this is the teleportation thing, right?
Yes.
You think
Ish.
so? And you have to go last?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'll be there.
To the plane of meat grinding.
Yeah. And yeah, Palik will go
Palik
through.
fades away.
It teleports us to World War II, Southeast Asia.
And
It's oddly specific.
Xander, you're
Going
going last.
right now.
How many of those wands were there?
The rods?
The rods?
The rods?
There
Yeah,
were
there was a
three.
couple of them.
Yep.
Palik's gonna take one.
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure.
Okay.
If you're putting in your bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Everything disappears except the bag of holding.
No. Xander will bing, bang, boom, and go through last.
All right, Piercy, you are traveling through this strange, spiraling, almost like bluish magical web that rotates, that you're phasing through, going through incredibly fast. You find yourself phasing through rock, phasing through water, going over water, and racing really fast across the world, both you seeing it and you also not being seen by others as you race past more forests, more land, more coast, more ocean, and then up ahead is a large land mass that gets closer and closer and closer, and then you see for a brief moment a huge, glorious-looking city, the likes of which you've never seen before, and shoom, you go diving, you duck and cry out as it slams you deep into the streets of the city, but then you stumble out and find yourself stepping into a musty chamber.
Do I think I'm underground or I'm in a...
You look around. You are in a chamber, so you are underground. It is a tall and wide chamber, maybe 120 feet or so in diameter. It's a circle.
Oh, wow.
And it is tallish. It has a ring around it that's maybe 15 feet wide. That's essentially just a 8-foot raised section, almost like a balcony that goes all the way around. And it's a cut. So it's 8 feet up and 10 feet tall. It's just a cut around that whole section. And there's little pillars that line that to keep that up. And it looks like this room has not been used in a long time. There's lots of dust. The stone is dark gray and looks well worn. Sharp corners look now rounded on some of the rocks. Some of the mortar is fallen apart. You see there is a huge 40-foot diameter sphere of cloudy blue-white magical energy swirling around, making a loud electric sound that's really intense. Within that, as you step up and look around, you can see within this large 40-foot sphere is a 6-foot sphere made of bright golden metal that is just very slowly rotating around, hovering just above the ground a little bit. You also see to the north is a stone rack or some stone mini shelves that's just standing almost in the middle of the room to the north, though, that has some oddly glowing metal pieces on it. And you also see there are 3 different statues here as well, arranged in a Y shape, all pointing at this bright blue 40-foot diameter sphere.
Okay. Percy, he comes to a stop. He is in this room, kind of steadies himself for a moment, and then he just looks up at the sphere and he's like, ah! 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 And he sees the statues and he rushes. How big are the statues?
You can see they're normal. They're slightly larger than man size.
And he rushes over to the closest statue near him and begins to hack at it.
Okay. Who was next after him?
Sildren.
Sildren, you arrive, and in your immediate effort to want to scold Piercy, you see Piercy is scolding a statue, hacking away at it.
Piercy, stop. What are you doing? And Sildren would go physically intervene on that. On what is it with Shunka.
All right, you pull him back. The statue's like, come at me, bro. What's up?
Piercy, why did you
Let
leave
me
us?
go!
No.
We
why-
have to destroy it!
Destroy what?
This thing!
Calm down. You left
Piercy-
us in the battle.
Percy takes a whack at Sildren.
All right, with what?
With his buckler.
Okay. Make a standard attack roll. Go ahead and use your full weapon bonuses and everything, just catching Sildren off guard by this.
It's a 40.
40. Sildren has been hit and knocked back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Shunka will knock Piercy prone at that stage.
Okay. Shuka needs to make an attack roll. Who's
roll.
next coming in, by the way? Yaru.
Yeah. Bali was
Bali.
Bali's next.
Okay.
That's going to be a 45 to hit.
All right, Bali, you arrive stumbling in a little awkwardly, making sure you don't fall. And as you catch a glimpse of what's going on, you see Sildren attacking with Shunka, and Shunka leaping at Piercy and knocking Piercy down to the ground.
Bali kind of shakes himself off, looks over there. Yeah, what's going on with all this?
Something's gotten into Piercy.
Percy's attempting to push and kick Shunka off.
Okay. Let's say you get Shunka off of you.
All right, and he kips up for free.
Bali lashes out with Divine Blast upon Piercy as he sees him assaulting the statue. Or he sees
he's not.
He sees the statue's been defaced.
Okay.
And is, what have you done? And lashes out and attacking you. That is a 40 to hit.
I'm scared.
That hits.
Yeah.
What happens?
I can't write this fast.
What in the hell is going on?
What happens, Bali?
You get a bright beam of energy comes from Bali, and he hits you for 9, 12, 21 points of good damage.
Okay.
Stand away from that!
Hold on. Damage rules. I always get this one messed up a little bit. Find. There's lawful weapon. No, these only if they're opposite alignment. You take no damage then because you are not evil. But you do get this big blast.
Yep.
Your hair goes flying. And who was after Bali?
That would be Yaru.
Yaru, you stumble in and then catch yourself, making sure no one looked. You stumble a little bit. Make sure your hair looks good. You look around and you see Bali lashing out with a big magic blast on Piercy, and somehow Shunka is caught up in all of this as well.
Everyone, please calm yourselves. And Yaru will attempt a no cause for alarm on everyone.
Okay, what does that do?
That is a
fear-
roll diplomacy
if you're
versus
afraid.
the will DC of creatures in a 10-foot area who are frightened to grant immunity to fear for 1 hour. Not sure if it's frightened, but I'm going to try.
All right. It has no effect. They do
Children's
not appear
more
to be
mad than
frightened.
afraid at this
Yeah,
stage.
more mad right now.
I will look
Do you
to...
have cause for alarm?
Because this would be the time to use it.
No, but I will look to Sildren with a very concerned look.
What is going on with them?
Something has gotten into Piercy, and he's not listening to
Nothing's
reason.
into me.
And I
Piercy,
will...
stop. We have to talk about this.
We have to destroy it.
We
I
will,
will
but we must
restrain-
do it as a group.
I will
What are
restrain
you
Bali.
doing?
Okay.
Destroying it.
Just wait until we are all here. We have to do this
There's
together.
no time.
Bali is caught unawares as he's flipping through his spell book.
It's so very in character. Alistair is trying to step in and like, no cause for alarm, and the two of them are yelling. And Molly's like, I got it. No cause. Okay, no cause.
I'm just saying, there's no cause for alarm. There's no cause for alarm.
Make an attack roll, Yaru, and Bali. What is your reflex plus 10?
Does my
Reflex plus 10.
Does my sanctuary still apply?
Nope, reflex plus 10. No, reflex plus 10 is what?
Plus 10.
What is your reflex?
you
say?
don't want me to roll it. 38.
38.
It really doesn't matter. I rolled a natural one.
Bali, what would you like to have happened?
Okay,
Bali in a
there's some
very
cause for alarm.
He comes in.
Bali takes on this mentorous kind of presence, and as the cat comes at him, he literally lifts up his spellbook and whacks him on the head as he continues unabashedly.
All right. Piercy, we haven't heard from you in a bit. What are you doing?
Piercy has kipped up and he's heading back to the statue.
And whacking away at the statue. All right, you're getting some good whacks in. Sildren. Sildren pauses. It
I
is
am
Palik's turn. No, too late. Palik. Palik, you come stumbling in. You see a book being smashed against Yaru and a statue being attacked.
What is happening? Piercy!
Please, Bali, please.
I'll leave the cat.
At least heal me.
I'll leave the cat and the dwarf
He's healing
alone.
me, then hitting me, then healing me.
What's that?
And I leave the cat and the door like, and I see Piercy.
You were like, what?
After it. I'm like, Piercy, what are you doing?
Trying to.
It's a statue. Why are you trying to kill it?
Yes, we have to stop it.
What? Wait until we're all through, at least.
Piercy's
Ollie, what do you want to do?
still whacking.
Bali issues a command, casting his next spell at Piercy.
This is the spell called command?
This is the spell called command.
Okay.
However, in his desire that everyone leave this thing alone, he commands everyone in the room
At level 5.
at level 5.
Everyone who's there, make a will save. What's the target number?
It would be my DC, which is 40, I think.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, are you serious?
What, dude?
Wait.
What,
Before
dude?
anything even happens, he notices it doesn't work on it and just stops the spell.
All
outright.
right. And sighs.
Bali's now just running at you.
Charging with the book. All
What
right.
needs to work?
Next round, it'll kick in. Yaru.
Children, really?
Restrain him.
Okay, I'm gonna tackle Bali.
Bali, all right. Make
No.
it.
Piercy.
No, too late.
Oh,
No, too late. Make an
Restrain
attack roll on
Piercy.
Bali.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
I'm going.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Bali.
10, 38.
It's fucking mayhem.
Oh my God.
Please, another one.
35.
All right. He dies, but it's a bad
can't even
football
sit the
tackle. This big, slow dwarf.
It just
Xander.
bounces off of him.
You arrive.
Xander's
We're gonna
retcon
die
one
because I
thing.
can't hit Bali.
Right before he left, Xander cast a level 9 wall of stone out around the entire corner.
Okay.
So nothing else could follow him.
Okay.
And then Xander arrives to see Bali bull rushing Piercy, Yaru diving behind him because he rolled through because dwarves are fast apparently. And
We're fast over short distance.
Sildren kneeling and crying while Palik is screaming.
Hey, that's unfair.
Doesn't really have an idea of what to attack, but I can hurt you. Stop what you're doing.
Yelling into the ether.
Just yelling to everybody.
Piercy.
Piercy is single. He is focused. He is single-minded, and he is still whacking his short sword at this stone statue.
All right, you knock off one of its arms, crack it off. The arm falls and drops a shiny weapon it was holding.
How dare you!
Piercy stops for a moment and eyes this weapon.
Find a room? Where's
It is a magically enhanced, clearly magical rapier.
There's no way that Piercy's getting to it before Palik.
Okay, Palik, what do you want to do?
Palik is going to dive at that sword.
Athletic rolls for the both of you, please.
Piercy sheaths the short sword as he begins to bend down and pick up the rapier.
Athletics.
It's 41.
Oof, beats my 32.
Piercy grabs a hold of it and has the rapier in his hand.
Maybe this work a better.
No!
And he
Stop!
And he
starts stabbing gently.
pulls back to begin to. It's not quite a short sword. It's not going to be, but he's
Can
whacking with the
Palik try to
rapier.
grapple?
No, I want to give Captain Picard holding his forehead here a chance to go. Sildren. What are you doing?
Sildren and Shunka working together will knock him down, and then I'm gonna frickin' pin him down to the ground.
Okay. Make an athletics roll +3, and Piercy, just what's your reflex +10?
42.
Athletics plus
3
plus 3
for Shunka?
So 48.
Ooh, and you are pinned down, Piercy.
In Palik's defense, if there's anything besides a rapier, she would have gone for the grapple.
Yaru looks around now that Piercy's.
It is not Yaro's turn. There was a charging book, I believe, and your opponent is currently prone.
Let's yo up me.
No.
Bali completes the distance and thwacks the
Prone.
the prone Isoki.
Okay, he is hit. Roll a d20 for blunt damage.
I rolled a 10.
All right, right down the middle, 10 points of bludgeoning to Piercy. Anything else you'd like to do as you whack him?
Look at what you've done! You've disfaced this proper statue!
I don't care. It means
Bali is-
nothing to me.
Do we mean nothing to you, Piercy?
Bali is bristling, and he's frantically flipping through more to the end part of his spell book.
The level 9s.
Yeah.
Right now, all that matters is this thing, this Wavering spear thing.
You're right, and we have to destroy it together.
Then help.
Calm down. We'll get a plan and then do it.
I'm calm.
You're not. And Shunka's face is also just snarling.
I'm thinking Shuka's even doing like that.
Yeah.
that not little gentle,
neck
but
grab?
biting the holding
Yeah.
the neck.
Yeah. This is a tense
All right.
situation.
Palik would like to hog tie Piercy.
Okay. It is done.
And we're gonna gag him for now.
Oh, God.
Palik's not going to do that, but he's tied
Sildren
up.
will. This is.
And what are you gagging him with?
The dirtiest, filthiest, smelliest cloth I can
All
find.
right, done.
What?
Bali, your loincloth, please.
There's a book just shoved in his mouth.
That's the
Who
problem.
deserves this?
But every time we try to gag it, he just opens up his mouth pouch and
It
just
just, damn it, what I'm saying. There's an easy
Piercy
way,
is the best clown ever, just pulling napkins out forever.
easy way around this.
What got into him?
I don't know. Perhaps the sphere itself is affecting his mind. We must destroy it. He is
Yaru?
right.
Yaru is looking around at the other statues.
As you're saying these things, though, Bali is still not done. And he is still flipping madly to his book and muttering to himself, I knew it! I knew it! I can't trust any of you! You all do this! And he
Bali!
begins to cast Sunburst.
Can I stop him?
No, he's going.
He
off
said
with
begins to
s-
cast.
We're gonna do
There were some
Sunburst.
emails. And some of us are not in the know of what's happening.
A powerful globe of
crazy.
searing sunlight explodes in a 60-foot burst. This is a level 7 spell, doing 8d10 fire, plus an additional 8d10 to undead. So 8d10 fire, everyone, including Bali, based on where you launch it.
It's outside my range in front of me, whoever's in front of me.
Well, you're right there on Piercy, so you're in the middle of it. is the
Okay,
problem.
then it's a matter of stepping back and casting this.
Okay,
thing.
you can do that. Everyone make a reflex save versus his. I don't know what your spell DC.
Is this longer
40.
than the minute combat that we had? Did we pass time when we passed through? The
Yeah, I'd say so.
portal? Shit. Okay. Xander's no longer in fiery body, which means he also has to take it.
Oh, okay.
And roll your
Natural
damage.
20 for Yaru.
Roll your damage, Christopher.
There you go.
43, and that's a critical success
Okay.
for Bleak.
45 and critical.
43.
Ollie's just angry.
Wow.
Welcome to my world with these tumbling idiots.
Whatever happens with my net 20, I'm going to
48.
try to get behind him.
48 from Xander?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who do we say? is
8d10,
left?
half damage for those two over there.
All right. It's 22, 22, 32, 42, 52, and 63 points of damage.
Cut in half is 31
31.
points of fire damage to the both of you. What was the final word you said as you erupt in bright light?
I can't trust any of you!
At that, Yaru will step. Sorry, at that, Yaru will step behind Bali.
Who got nailed?
Sildren and Xander half damage.
Yeah.
Yes, Yaru.
I will restrain him to the best of my ability.
You are able to do so.
Bali, there is a great deal, or there has been a great deal of mistrust in this group.
And we
I know this more than any of us. But
You
now,
ruined something so precious! We shouldn't be here!
you can restore it, surely. There is clearly something wrong with Piercy, and I am.
You have a treacherous little rat!
If there is something wrong with Piercy, we can fix him as well, Bali. We must work as one now.
Clear your minds. This is the work of the sphere. This is the effect that it's having on all of us. We must regroup and gather ourselves and destroy this thing.
There's no
Stop
cause for alarm.
fighting.
Keep saying that.
Until you succeed the role.
He's trying.
Xander, figure
trying
out
to
how to
inflect the
destroy
right
this
word
thing,
each time.
please.
Xander would like to start recalling knowledge and doing arcana checks or identifying magic to start analyzing the sphere.
All right, you have this, again, giant 40-foot rotating sphere of magic with a inner core of some coppery golden brass thing inside. Bizarrely enough, you detect no magic of any kind and have gleaned no information about this.
Okay.
Yaru does want to look around the room and see the other two statues.
Okay.
What they look like, what they're holding, if anything, what the position they're in, everything.
All right, they are all kind of making a motion forward, either extending something or asking for something or giving something. They each hold or held one thing. One held a magic rapier. Another holds a very simple-looking basic dagger, but again is in very pristine condition. And the last one is holding a wand, a magic wand. They are three statues: a human male, an elven male, and an elven female. And make a society or occult roll, Yaru. 35 is your target number.
Ollie's trying to cast, by the way.
You are detained. Wait, no, you're not. Yaru just left and let you do this.
Oh, I'm just like using eyes. I'm not walking around.
Then don't make that roll. Bali, you cannot do that. You're being held.
I can't cast at all?
Unless it has only a verbal component. One action.
Can I gag him?
Palik would have done what Yaru.
Okay,
Yeah.
make a society or cult 35. As one of the statues looks kind of familiar.
I'm going to use a hero point because I rolled a 3. And 30.
Okay.
It's somatic verbal, but the somatic is to touch myself.
That'll
You
work.
can't.
I cast freedom of movement.
If he can, all he has to do is touch himself.
Yeah, you have him print. He's touching himself.
Well, you got to make a strength check now.
What's freedom of movement?
Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You repel the effects that would hinder or slow. While under this spell effect, the target ignores effects that would give them a circumstance penalty speed. When they attempt to escape an effect that is immobilized, grabbed, or restrained, they automatically succeed unless they are affected by a magical or higher level.
Yeah, that's a powerful spell.
Nice.
You are slipping out, and you grab him again, Yaru, and he slips out again. You cannot. He is an oiled pig at a state fair.
Suey! I can't get him. Xander, conceal him.
All right. Xander casts. Oh gosh, I don't know if that's gonna work so well.
Implosion.
I can't get smaller. I'm immune. Bali begins to cast another spell.
Xander.
Yeah. Oh god. So Xander. Xander will put a ring of fire around Bali. He will cast a wall of fire all around you.
Okay.
A tall erupting column.
Bali finishes casting the spell.
Yeah, Sildren, you haven't. Hold on, Sildren. Do you want to do anything? I'm doing anything well.
I mean, interrupt if I can.
What do you want to do?
Have Shunka leap and knock him down.
Who?
Bali.
Bali. There's a wall of fire to deal with.
He will jump through it.
Okay. What does that do?
Well, there's
4d6 points of damage.
46 plus, yeah.
Okay. Well, do that to Shunka.
Just say 12 points of damage, cut it in half, so
Okay.
12.
You didn't get anything from your roll?
And Shuka leaps through and is attacking.
I rolled a 5, so I'm going to use my last hero point.
No, don't
What's
use
going
hero
on with
points.
Bali?
That's cheating. Bali's having a day.
Christopher's
43.
43.
Easy attack.
And Shunka has pinned by the neck again, Bali this time to the ground.
Inside a ring of fire.
Piercy's trying
Sildren
to
has a
chew
top
through
hat
the
and a
gag
ring.
that's on in
Am
his
I
mouth.
pinned?
You're immobilized on the ground.
Bali's going to try and get up.
You get up.
Begin casting.
You have freedom of movement.
Mobilize, grab, restrain.
Oh my god.
I feel like one of those lame game masters. Like oh wow, you just defeated the whole rule system. You succeed. All right, Bali is back on his feet. What are you doing?
Casting a spell.
Okay, what is the spell?
Bali descends into the earth and disappears.
God.
Stone milled or whatever. it
And
is.
that's the laugh. That's the exact thing we hear fading off into the distance. It's
That
this
little
crazy,
cackle.
crazy cackle of,
I must protect my statues.
Now that the problem is gone, Yara's going to continue his cult or society check. He wants to do what Plik
Sure.
could not quite get. Oh, jeez, not great. 25,
35, which target number?
35. Damn, fail.
Okay.
Piercy's
trying to
trying to
do?
gnaw through
I was
the
trying to
gag.
figure out what these statues are and if that would help us deal with these conditions.
Xander will follow up with that, rolling his occultism roll.
Sure.
Whoa, not with a natural 1. Can I get a hero point, please?
Yes.
I'd give you one, but I'm mad.
Yeah, that's 43.
43. You recognize one of the statues as the spirit you just had a conversation with at the last tower of Skordrenar.
Oh, wow.
Trio?
No, not Lom Trio.
No, this is
that
the
was
ghost.
this was the one of the Scorial
Oh, mages,
guards.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. There are 4 statues?
3.
Two and a
Darmok,
half.
Anchalad, and Tanagra.
if this is 3 and he was one of the founders of the Scorial Guild, this could be the Trinal. This could be the last 3 of the great wizards from the Great Scourge.
That's great, Xander, but how does that help us?
There was a lot of power here, and if
There's
they
a
were
little
all
scourge
together-
under us. Let's get him.
Well, yes.
There's a chance that not just the items, but the elements of their presence here may have something to do with this spell's containment. But it's not a spell! Because there's no magic. Xander will investigate the wand
Okay.
that's there.
All right. It is magical.
That's a natural 20 for identifying.
You can't roll those anymore.
Oh, I can't.
I have to roll those, and you identify it. You have quickly identified an item, and it goes by a name. And that name is totally called... Finding my box here.
Yeah, finding my box.
It is called is it here? It is called a Wand of Noisome Acid.
Noise.
This is a wand you can cast once per day for free, a level 8 acid arrow. In addition, the target must make a fortitude save against your spell DC or become sickened 1.
Nice.
So while this is going on, and Piercy's at least, Soldern's keeping an eye on Piercy to make sure he doesn't.
Piercy makes no motions whatsoever until you look away, and then he starts doing the gnawing. When you look back, he's totally fine.
Just the gag at a slightly different place. So looking at this map, there's something in the very center that looks like an object. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that object?
That object is a smaller sphere, 6 feet in diameter, made of bright golden metal.
Okay. Xander,
Yes.
if I cast disjunction on this, what do you think will happen?
What does disjunction do exactly? It just breaks things apart?
Polly begins casting another spell.
I don't think you can while you're in the stone.
Yeah, I don't think you can while you're in the stone.
Certainly can.
What? How?
I hate you.
Line of sight, sir.
No, it might be a self only or something.
If you succeed, crackling energy disjoins the target. You attempt to counteract it. If you succeed, it's deactivated for 1 week. On a critical success, it's destroyed.
So negates an item.
Casting the pass wall.
I
in my
will
space.
cast disjunction
On
the sphere.
the sphere. All right, make a spell attack roll.
This is a 9th
With
level
the,
spell.
illusory entrance.
Whoa.
And I stand, and Soldern says, "Enough of this." And he looks at everybody and where he thinks Bali may be, and holds both his hands out,
Polly begins casting another spell.
and casts disjunction at the sphere.
Okay.
Good roll.
A
Good roll.
46 to hit.
Ooh.
If that's what it. If it's a spell attack roll, it's 46.
There is a loud magical crack. And it is a zapping effect for 5 points of force damage to Sildren in feedback. And nothing happens to the sphere.
Shoot.
Bali, you were casting a pass wall spell, you said.
Yes,
Okay.
on my space.
Okay.
What does that do?
Makes a very large hole.
All right.
There is a rumbling around you, but nothing happens.
Gleek wants to pick up the arm, the arm that was hacked off of this statue.
Okay.
Molly, come out. We gotta repair this. And she will walk, hold the arm out to the statue.
All right.
She
You see
go-
where it's been hacked away, and you see no way to adhere it. And
Well,
there's,
yeah.
there's no Bali appearing, apparently.
Slap Piercy with the arm.
When Sildren cast his spell, did it make it all the way through into the middle part?
No.
Did not. Okay. So there is a full-on force field around the outside, and it is protecting the inner sphere.
When the arm was hacked off, did we see? I don't think.
Nope.
It's not magic. How do we?
It's gotta be just what's the thing in the north?
So
The
look-
little thing up there.
It's a rack with some glowing metal bits.
Yaru's going to try two things. First, he's going to try to abundantly step into the center of the force field.
Okay.
Oh no.
You abundantly step and you take 20 points of force damage and are sent flying backwards by the field. 20 points.
Second,
We'll do the
Action.
same thing.
just like
Try
you
it
said
from
in
the
cave,
other side.
I will approach the wall, the force field,
Okay.
and I will punch it.
Okay. You succeed and take 20 points of force damage and are sent flying backwards across the room.
I do have magical resistance with my fists. Does that do anything to the force field?
Not magic.
The
when
thing
you-
in the center isn't magic.
You mean you can have the magical trait to affect magic type things? Yeah, does not matter.
This isn't a magical force field?
It does. What you're talking about does not matter.
I do not detect any magic. Xander will head north to look at the metal bits.
Okay.
Is that Yaru punching himself again?
Yep. Where are you, buddy? Come out. Help me fix this statue. I can't do anything besides hold it there while you mend it. Come on out. Talk. Do a little whispers. I won't tell anybody. Just come out and do some talking to this stone and let's fix it together.
Are you trying to cheat your way out?
Uh-huh.
Can we just put the dog on top of Piercy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shunka just kind of strolls up and, like, from behind, just his head just like right there.
Xander, you see the shelf.
just
It's
swallows.
it's two shelves, almost like some simple IKEA thing, but it's made of stone. The top shelf is the only thing that has anything, and it is a bronze bar, stone shelf, but has a bronze bar that you see no way of moving, and the bar is piercing through 4 metal bands. They are large metal copper bands that give off a bright blue and whitish light, and they're about the width of a football, so they're about this big, like a big cantaloupe size. They're metal bands.
Okay. Same trick. Xander will try to detect magic on those.
You detect no magic.
Okay. You mentioned that they were immovable. Can Xander touch the bar?
Yes.
Xander reaches out and grabs the bar.
Okay. It feels loose-ish, but you can't seem to figure it out.
Okay.
There's still fire up there.
So what are the rings attached to?
The rings are just they're just hanging
just
from this
floating.
bar.
Hanging from
Yeah, the bar goes right through all 4.
Okay, got it. Can I take the rings off?
No, because the bar goes from stone to stone.
And the rings are in the middle.
Yeah.
I get it now. All right, sorry. It's like a hotel hanger.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just missing the
You can't
the
slide
shower
it.
curtain.
Okay. Xander will reach out and touch one of the rings
All right.
and slide it all the way to the left. So he's touching the one on the far right and sliding it into the next one over and pushing him over.
All right. You move the rings, nothing happens. And you move them in many different configurations. Nothing happens.
Are there any other rings? Look for rings around or another bar like this one. Xander turns around and
You see
Place.
none. Yarrow looks around, sees none. There are no other rings.
okay.
Polly is in a burning ring of fire.
Is there anything of note?
Xander, can you take the fire away? I think it's scary and Bali.
What fire?
Isn't there's a
Ring of fire?
that you made.
Oh yeah, the one that he's in.
You absentmindedly made.
Just my wall of fire is like, well, that's just decor. Yeah, Xander will dissipate the wall of fire.
All right. The wall of fire goes away, as does the gag over Piercy's mouth.
A rapier, a dagger, and a wand. 4 bombs.
Bali rises up out of the earth and looks about.
Hey, I kind of lost my head there a bit.
A little bit.
Touch the statues. It's all his fault. He started it.
It's the effect of the spheres. We will destroy them together.
Is that it? Is this the sphere?
It is, and it's behind a magical barrier that we cannot yet penetrate. We need to figure out the
Figure
secret.
it out. Come over here, little buddy.
Yes.
Let's fix this statue. Come on. I know you want to.
Bolly,
This is
How
your
are
thing.
you
to
feeling,
check on the
Piercy?
statue.
All right.
Piercy's eyes turn red. And the amulet around his neck glows for a moment. And he exudes a frightful presence.
Okay. He's looking intense. It's scary.
Shunka, who's looking right over him, is going to bite down on the amulet and rip it off.
He has to do a will save first.
That's fine.
What's this amulet called?
Char Ice Scale Amulet.
Ooh.
Natural 20 for Shunka.
Oh, so many 20s tonight on that side of the table, right?
The amulet's gone, and
Going on
Piercy's
over here?
frightened gaze is deflated.
How are you feeling now, Piercy?
Doesn't matter, I feel.
I put the bad gag back on.
You put another gag back in, but it's the last gag you can find.
Xander, I'm running out of gags. You better hurry up over there.
Working on it. Xander wants to continue to investigate the whether or not the pole itself is fully embedded, or if there's actually like a disconnect or a lock switch that releases.
You see no disconnect or lock switch, but it doesn't feel totally tight either.
Okay,
There's a little bit of play left and right.
How's that, Tom?
A little bit of play.
Okay.
just back and forth.
A little bit of play.
All right. And no switches or anything around.
Nope.
Nothing nothing
Nope.
that triggers that. It's brass.
Yes.
Rings are copper.
Yes.
Okay. 4 copper rings, the brass rod, and the center sphere is also brass that we can see.
Gold.
Gold, sorry. Gold, okay.
Secret might be in the statues.
And the bands are giving off the same bright blue light, white and blue light that the giant sphere is giving off.
But by touching them, that doesn't affect me. There was no force damage
Correct.
from that. All right. From those. Xander's going to...
No, you've been touching them a lot. Make an Arcana roll 38.
That is a 33.
Okay. Carry on.
Xander's gonna he's gonna do an elemental toss at the bar. So
Okay.
pushing the rings to the side and at the right side of the bar do an elemental toss. and do a
You
flame attack on
damage the bar and break the bar, and the bar's one side is no longer connected to the shelf.
them. Okay. Xander will then get the 4 rings.
4 rings slide on
Slide
out.
right off. Okay. There, you said this big around, about football size? So
About the width of a football.
about the width of a football, so about 6 inches across. In order to carry them easier, Xander will put them over his arm.
Okay. When you put the first one over your arm, it resizes to fit your arm, like a bracer on your upper arm. You gain the drained 1 condition.
Oh, God.
You take 5 points of force damage that is permanent from your maximum and current hit points.
Oh!
You hear that same sound from Xander as the metal band then fuses into your skin and disappears into your arm. And you feel its magic coursing through you.
The magic I couldn't detect earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
And
This just sounds bad.
you, as you start to panic, you sense there's a little bit of clarity in the giant sphere closest to you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna keep walking forward, and I will carry the other 3
All right.
bands. by not putting them on this time. After that one, I don't want to do that again. And I will, as I'm at the top, I'm going to Sildren. I'm going to hand them to Sildren.
Okay.
And then
I don't want that.
It's a cock ring.
It fit my arm. Xander will start heading towards the sphere, the giant glowing sphere.
All right, as you approach, it becomes a little more translucent just where you are. So it's this big bright blue swirling, that electric sound, and you can see the swirls coming, but they fade out and then reappear by you, almost like you're shining a light on something, if you will. You're creating this moment of clarity, and you sense as you get close, you are getting very close. Do you want to touch it?
Yes.
You reach out to touch. You are able to touch, and you cannot get through, but it feels you're not taking damage like Yaru is taken. You're not tossed against the room, and you feel as though it's weaker, but not weak enough.
Sildren moves in near Xander with
All
the
right.
other 3 rings. Am I seeing any impact?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Xander backs up, turns to Sildren,
Gets handed the
another
rings.
band,
All right.
puts it on the other arm.
Put it on your other arm. It rolls down your arm, does not resize to fit, and just is loose hanging there.
Okay, so it can't be me. I think it has to be us.
Xander, give me a ring.
Xander hands the ring that fell off his arm to Yaru.
All right.
Yaru will take the ring and put it on his tail.
On your tail. Okay.
Yeah, he has like a bunch of different bands and stuff, ornaments on his tail that we don't really talk about.
All right. The same effect happens. It goes onto your tail, shrinks in size like a small little ring, and you gain the drained 1 condition, 5 points of permanent damage to your maximum health and current health, and then it fuses into your tail. You feel a little surge of magic coursing through you, Yaru.
Everyone, together.
Sildren still holding.
There's only 4 of them.
Yep. And there's only 4 sane of us. And Sildren tosses Palik one of the rings and puts one on himself.
All right. Sildren, the same effect happens. It phases into your body.
He will then immediately cast Restoration on himself.
Restoration?
Correct.
What does that do? Gets rid of drain?
Correct.
Got it. Done.
Oh, before I guess finish my turn, I want to attempt to go through as well.
All right, when you attempt to go through, you have the same effect that Xander had. You feel there's a lessening effect, but you can't get through. But you're grateful you're not tossed across the room.
Sorry, it's clumsy, enfeebled, or stupefied, so I am still drained 1.
Okay.
I don't want to do this. What
What you want to do? Help me with this arm.
What do you need? You need me to hold it here?
Yeah, you're putting this arm on. Whoa.
All right. Palik is dragging her feet. What else would you guys like to do?
Put it on Piercy.
No.
Not a chance.
We're just waiting.
Come on, man.
Malik will pick up the rapier and house it in her belt
Okay.
on the way over, and then apply the ring to her arm.
You put the ring to your arm. You wince as it goes into your skin and dissipates. You become drained 1. Take 5 points of permanent damage as it fuses into your body, and also feel that magic coursing through you.
This could be so bad.
Yeah,
I think we
no
fucked
effect.
this up.
Probably. Let's go. And I think the 4 of us are going to attempt to
Are we
enter
gonna
the
hold
sphere.
hands?
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll try every combination until we get it right.
So the 3 of you are holding hands.
4.
Go for it.
4 of you holding
Yeah, we all have the
hands,
rings,
walking in. There is a gap on each of you, a translucentness, and as you approach, there's an actual opening, and the field is racing by, but it's almost like a window, a doorway, and you are all 4 able to step through. You have stepped through. You are within this magical sphere. In front of you is a smaller 6-foot golden sphere. It is giving off incredibly strong, intense waves of emotion as you get closer and closer. You feel emotions of strength, of battle, of joy, of silliness, of regret, of paranoia. These different moods start sweeping over you, Palik and Xander. Yaru and Sildren, none of that applies to you.
Interesting.
Interesting. I do have bonuses against mental effects as well. So, all right. Should I attempt to dispel it?
Xander will try to detect magic.
You detect no magic.
There's nothing to dispel, children. There's no magic here.
I'm not so sure of that. So Sildren's not feeling any particular emotional effect.
Correct. You see your friends Palik and Xander are going through waves and waves of different emotions. What do those sound like?
Sounds like a Friday night in the Nexus.
Sounds like microphones peaking.
Oh my god.
Is it good for you?
Holding on to kind of Palik and Xander's hands, Yaru will grip a little tighter.
Stand firm! Only together will we do this.
And he kind of just concentrates on the sphere and looking at it, seeing if there's it's just a golden globe sphere,
6 feet in diameter, slowly rotating.
Slowly rotating.
You have no thoughts about it in any way other than what you said.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh boy.
I will say this,
Uh-oh.
in case this in any way helps. Palik and Xander, you believe reaching out and touching this feels a very extreme measure. It seems as though the stakes are very high and that it's not worth touching. But it's also would be the most important thing you would ever do, and likely the last thing you ever do.
That's perfect for Chris. Don't touch this.
I do not
holding all
intend
the
to.
hands.
Bally's attempting to repair the statue.
Okay.
And now Bali realizes he's alone with a bound Yosoki who pissed him off before.
I'm almost picturing we're like at the end of like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like we're on the outside, there's just giant gale force wind going, and we're on the inside of it.
That's a good point.
Sildren is going to expend his second 9th level spell.
Okay.
And it will be a dispel magic against the sphere.
The golden sphere. All right, roll a spell attack modifier.
33.
Okay.
No hero points.
I have no hero points.
That's too bad.
And there is no effect.
How about a 6th level dispel magic?
Do I hear 5?
Did either of you vocalize what Tom said at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malik was like, "Don't
Okay.
touch," because he
Okay.
saw
Bring them back.
Sildren
Right.
doing weird stuff. Don't touch it.
Yaru thinks back to what he said in the cave before passing through the chamber. That if this took a sacrifice, he'd be willing to do that. So Yaru, looking at Sildren, I think I have to do it.
Wait, before you do that, what if we surround it? Can we surround it? Everybody join hands.
It's
Before
6 feet across.
You're 6 feet across.
So it's
No, we
that's
can
true.
all.
Two of us are
Still, I mean,
tiny.
even
Yeah,
even
there's
at
too
3
tiny,
feet
though.
each,
They're
3,
gnomes.
6, 9,
Yeah,
12. I
They're
mean,
not normal people.
Yeah.
okay.
They're half size.
Yeah, her
Okay.
wingspan.
I mean, I have a 6-foot arm span almost.
We have I have a lot of options by not being near it. I can do a couple of things. Let me try something.
Don't light it on fire.
I mean, okay, he'll try other things then.
He's the fire
6
guy.
feet across, the circumference is 27 feet. So
Oh, okay.
um,
I was thinking like, okay, yeah, I got you.
Xander's gonna cast Impaling
fire
Spike.
square.
Impaling Spike.
It's a spell he's had for a long time, but not really had a lot of use of.
Xander,
This
I thought
is-
you were gonna make it all the way through this campaign.
This is a spike that comes straight up from the earth to the target creature, potentially impaling it.
Okay.
It has a reflex save
All right.
if it wants to make it.
You rise some sort of impaling spike out of the ground into the golden sphere.
Yeah.
That does nothing.
Okay. Well, I didn't do anything.
Well, it's just better they did nothing than something bad.
Oh, I bet we should have put these things on the statues.
I
only
mean, the
3
statues
statues.
have something to do with this,
Yeah.
right?
There's only 3 of them, though.
Yeah.
Do you want to head back out and see if we might be able
Malik's
to...
gonna take the rapier that she took from the statue and
Okay.
Wow, what?
poke it
And poke the.
with the blade.
Okay.
Do you remember how Sildren died? Or Elmon?
Not Silverden.
Elmon? Like, specifically this way?
Remember not
That
telling me to
couldn't
not
happen
do that?
twice.
You were gonna touch it with your hand, though.
I think the glowing magical sword is. I don't know. You can try. it.
Xander, what's this sword? Can you take a look at it?
Sure.
What's your arcane?
31?
Plus 31. So high. Why is it so high?
Because I'm legendary.
Over.
Known throughout the
Over.
world for my ability to identify magic
Sorry.
items.
Yeah, there we go.
Dagger.
You absolutely know what this is. This is a rapier called Storm Flash. It is a +2 greater striking rapier, which can be enhanced with runes if you already have them, that has miniature electric arcs that flash across. It comes with a shock rune inside of it. When it's under the open sky, whenever it has storm clouds slowly gather above it constantly. Once every 10 minutes as a reaction, when electrical effect targets you or a creature within 10 feet of you, you can make a roll to see if the Storm Flash sword can absorb that effect. And then once per day for 2 actions.
Destroy the unwavering sphere?
Once a day for 2 actions, you can cast a level 8 lightning bolt spell.
You were
Okay.
saying.
No.
That's in and out of combat too. Like you're walking around throughout the day and there's just storm clouds
Yes,
going.
as long as your sword's out. What a beautiful damn it.
Do that every day. Well, I don't know what to do. You're probably right. Probably kill myself. That's not gonna do any good.
Too bad.
She sheathes it.
Too bad Piercy's gagged and can't help you solve this riddle.
Well, too bad Piercy went rogue and flipped out and wouldn't listen to
Whoa.
reason.
Don't use that word in a bad way.
You watch your mouth!
Only we rogues can use that rogue.
One of these statues have to do something. It's like there's got to be something to do with the statues, right?
Let's walk back out and take a look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bali, do you have any way to adhere the statue piece to it?
Glue.
No.
All right. Bali is unsuccessful, and you guys are
It just
outside.
keeps putting it up there and just letting it go, and it just keeps falling down.
As you step out and away, the bigger blue sphere is fully functional then, and it's no longer a window.
Xander, what does the dagger?
Xander goes to look at the dagger.
Dagger roll.
So we have an acid wand. We have a.
Piercy
lightning
says,
sword.
"Har, har, 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 har."
This is a simple dagger that does not much of anything, but it has a rune inside that is of great interest to a couple people here. It is a striking rune major, so it gives you an additional die of damage to your weapon when infused into it.
Piercy again says,
What's a rune? The rune. Sorry, what was the name of the rune?
Striking Major.
Have you seen the movie Armageddon? When they have Steve Buscemi tied up and they're all just essentially ignoring him? Yeah. Although I am interested in hearing what you had to say, I'm tempted not
and
to.
Pleek and Xander, you guys feel much less emotionally caught up once you're away from the golden sphere.
I will ungag Piercy. I'm sorry, what? Did you have something that you would like to contribute?
Piercy spits something out of his mouth. It kind of pops out and lands on his chest.
Soldrin will pick that up.
It's a can of sticky glue.
I have something that may help, Bali.
Don't think this makes me forgive you. Ollie snatches up the glue and begins to repair the statue.
Pleek will help in
All
any way
right.
she can.
You are able to glue the arm back to the statue.
Xander further investigates the statue to see their pose, their stance, and if they are facing the sphere.
They are all facing the sphere, but their poses are all slightly different. Again, either they're offering, they're taking, they're welcoming.
Okay. Oh, I can see them on the map now. I didn't see them earlier. Giving, taking, welcoming. Xander's just going to stand in between, I mean, about where he is, in between the two statues, and he's going to push his hand out as though he's rejecting the sphere.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Are you feeling better, Piercy?
It doesn't matter how I feel, just destroy this damn sphere.
That's what we're trying to figure out. Do you have a helpful suggestion?
I was doing my help earlier.
Destroying the statues? I mean, maybe he was onto something. I don't. Bali, what do you feel about these statues?
No one touches the statues.
No, I understand that, but like, are they sacred or are they doing?
Look at how beautifully crafted they are.
They are. They're beautiful.
You do not believe them to be religious in any way.
They're not religious in any way, but they're pretty though.
Yaru and Sildren? Actually, Pleek, you could do this too since you have the sword. I'd like to stand in the opposite side of each statue and mimic their actions.
Okay.
Okay.
So, stand across from the one that's holding his hands in a welcoming fashion and do the same thing holding the same item. I'm going to do the same thing with the wand on the opposite action of the person that's reaching out to it. And Sildren, if you take the dagger and do the same action as the person who is receiving.
And Sildren will reach out a hand to Yaru to take the dagger. I think Yaru had it. Or who had the dagger?
Doesn't
we
matter.
actually
I don't think
ever
anyone
got
got
it
it.
from
Doesn't
the
matter.
statue.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys do that. You assume the position similar to the statues. Out of nowhere, Piercy appears and hacks off one of your arms. And it has no effect.
Okay.
Bali's looking around at a couple different things. He's trying to check the statues to see if they're made of peculiar stone.
Mm-hmm.
And any point in the room that has some quality stone to it.
Make a perception roll unless you have any kind of stone-related stuff.
I wish I did. But
What were these 8 or whatever pillars around the northern half of the room? Oh, they're around all the room.
It's
Never mind.
all
41.
41. You see on the west side of the room is a section of stone that is different from the other. It's about 10 feet by 10 feet in the wall.
I go and examine that.
Your hand goes through it. It is an illusion.
Whoa!
What?
He's walking through a wall again. Ignore him.
No, maybe it's a way out. Maybe we should follow. Let's follow. Pleek just starts stammering and follows.
Okay.
Bolly.
And I'm in and I'm out. And I'm in and I'm out.
Xander goes up to the wall to detect magic.
You detect there is magic. It is illusion-based magic.
It's an illusion. We can go through.
You don't say. As Bolly's like going in and out.
Bolly peeks past that and tries to determine what is in fact on the other side.
You see some stairs that go up, that don't go up too far, and they end in another illusionary wall that is one-sided. You can see through it, and what you see is a old basement-looking thing with some crates. Looks like storage foodstuffs. It's not used often, but it's not ancient or anything like that, just like some castle's storage area. And you also see a blue and white shimmer that slightly obscures the view.
That is likely our way out of here. But the sphere is still needing to be dealt with.
Right. Well, I have to say, I feel better here.
I am pleased to hear that.
Right, we go back to the sphere then.
Well, you could stay here.
I think
Bolly-
he's all right. He was a little wacky for a second, but
Yeah, I'm a
Xander
little worried.
is going to detect magic at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Because you said there's an illusionary wall that was
Yep.
one way,
Uh-huh.
and that I saw there was another energy wave
Yep.
that looked similar as the sphere.
Yep.
Okay.
You detect no magic.
Okay. What else can I see through that wall?
A storage basement
Just
area.
a storage basement. Okay.
Wooden crates, wine casks, some wooden steps that lead up.
Xander's gonna try to walk through the wall,
All right, you take 20 points of damage and are launched backwards.
even with the ring in the arm.
Yes.
Okay. Gagging. Different force field.
Soldern's explore. I mean, he's to the statue to the south. The guy, is that like a bowl in the dude's hand or
Nope,
something?
nothing in particular. It's
what-
just an icon I had.
Okay. And he's really like inspecting the hell out of this statue, like, kind of like touching its base, kind of trying to like shift it a little bit, just seeing like what it's really all about.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. Then these are old, worn-out statues.
Xander would like to come out of the room and would like to start investigating and checking for magic around the entire perimeter of
All
the
right, Xander's going around doing that. Anything else you guys want to do?
Bolly's gonna try and converse with the stone that is there.
Okay.
And setting up his little area of prayer and ritual.
this room looks pretty like nobody's been here in a while.
Yes. Mostly. You can see there is some dust disturbance and stuff before you guys really got here.
Where at?
In the middle area.
Pleek would like to reconstruct the scene.
What is this? I remember this
Yeah,
slightly.
yeah.
What's this
You
called?
take 1 minute to survey.
What is it called?
Reconstruct.
Oh,
the scene.
literally. Okay. Reconstruct the scene. Take 1 minute, single room to get an impression of events while moving about the area, studying to get an you get the details of the past, which decision, all this. As termed by Geno seriously, like a member. Okay. Doing so, you believe that not so long ago, within a year, someone was moving around and moving things in the central area, right where the golden sphere is at. Other than that, the room hasn't been disturbed in a very long time.
Could we just attack the sphere with a searing light, a fireball, something?
He the Xander like threw this big spike at it.
Yeah, the spike itself is non.
Dummies.
Yes, Piercy?
Before you just carry the statues and put them inside.
How do you move a statue? It's huge.
I mean, Soldern will try to shimmy the statue.
Doesn't move.
Bali, any idea if we could move these statues?
Quiet, I'm talking.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
He's not even casting a spell. He's just.
I love
What were
he
you
does
saying?
that.
You have no communion with any stone that can provide you
No
anything of
communion.
use.
They're very quiet.
Are there any other?
There are no
Walls, doors,
other
nothing?
unusual effects that you notice.
Okay. We can do this. We're good at things.
Can we? The pedestal that the sphere is sitting on. Can you describe that again?
It is a lack of a pedestal, slowly several feet off the ground, maybe 6 feet off the ground, just slowly rotating.
Except there's a spike coming out of the ground right there.
Yeah, so it's just the sphere itself.
Yep.
And nothing else.
Correct.
Can we, by looking at the statues, what was being given and what was being taken away of those three objects?
You cannot tell from the poses about that.
Okay.
What if we, look, well, go ahead.
Is that a middle finger? Oh,
Xander is feeling his head and rubbing his head around and remembers he's wearing a headband of inspired wisdom.
Okay.
And he is going to activate his augury spell. Once per day, I'm going to pull up my grimoire here to make sure I have it right. Oh no! I got rid of it! It's in the
You
other
gain a
spell.
glimpse of the future. During the casting a spell, ask about the results of a particular course of action. The spell can predict the results up to 30 minutes into the future and tell you if they will be good or bad, a mix of good and bad, or not particularly good or bad. I make a secret flat DC 6 check to provide with a chance to just tell you nothing when it could be something, though. So you don't totally know.
Don't entirely know. But
Good.
I'm going to do that. So I'm going to activate the headbands and check on what would happen if we attacked the sphere, embraced the sphere.
That's to be results of a particular course of action. The spell can predict results up to 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if that's quite how it works. You know, glimpse in the future. It's got to be, I want to do this, and up to 30 minutes from now, would this be good or bad as the
Like
result?
if Sildren cast Searing Light on the sphere,
Right.
you would be able to probably
Right,
get a
but
result.
you
from
can't
that.
stack
Let's
multiple
all
things.
go back into it and carry all three items in with us.
Mm.
We only had one before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't know what's going on here. This is frustrating.
Okay. Xander grabs the wand.
All right.
Sildren has the dagger.
All right.
Is the rapier?
And 4 of you go back in.
Yep.
As you go back in, there's a doorway that lets you pass through the great blue sphere. You enter in, you're now facing the golden sphere. Like Sharon Stone, Samuel L. Jackson,
What
Dustin
happens?
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, thank you.
What happens if a police
And
lets go? If like we don't
Trevor.
keep holding hands?
Say that again?
If we're not holding hands inside,
Uh-huh.
is anything? If we're like,
Nope. Nothing problem. No problem.
so Palik's gonna go and stand in front of the statue that was holding the rapier. You guys do this. Do the same
Within the sphere?
Yeah.
within the blue sphere.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, same.
Yep. So we'll get in the positions that they were in around the sphere.
Okay.
And then the same poses.
Same poses.
All right. Nothing happened.
Yeah, Yaru's standing there kind of awkwardly. 'Cause
Sorry.
There's 4 of us, not 3.
Sorry. I don't know.
And my axe? I don't know.
Oh, and Palik and Xander, you guys are, again, lots of emotions, intense emotions. It's very distracting, hard to keep control. Yaru, you don't know what's going on with him, and you too, Zildren.
I am looking at them though, and I'm like back to Sojourn. I'm like wondering
Why are we
what
being
is.
affected?
Yeah, I do not feel the same effect that you're describing.
Let's see if anything changes. Xander gets closer to Palik to see if anything gets more intense or not.
Nope. It's still very distracting, very intense. Suddenly feel the giggles, and then you feel really down and depressed.
But we can't interact with it.
Well,
I mean, we could,
not
but
safely.
it doesn't.
Well, I just mean like
feels
your
really, really bad.
your spell attack, the spike is there, but it's not doing anything,
No,
or it just
didn't do anything to
happen,
it.
or-
Didn't do anything to
Did
it.
it pierce it?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't. Touching it with your hand is not. Not great.
This is tough one. Empty room. I just don't get what the rings. There's 4 rings. It's 3 statues.
Xander's gonna try different spells on it, going through his elements, his repertoire. So he's gonna start with a lightning bolt,
Okay.
and then he's going to follow up with burning hands. He's gonna do a hydraulic torrent after that.
Can we start with the lightning bolt and see what happens
Ray.
first?
Yeah, I mean that's what he said he was going to do.
What about,
Start with a
what
lightning
about
bolt.
the acid arrow?
Acid arrow. That'll be up. His
All
range.
right. Xander starts slinging spell after spell after spell, and none of those do anything to the golden sphere.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm it's not magical, and it's really, really resistant to anything magical.
Sildren will use his, because he also has a headband of wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and he will cast the augury spell
Okay.
of what will happen if he reaches out and grasps a hold of the wavering sphere.
Good things would happen.
Oh,
I don't like.
I was hoping not to get that.
Do it.
I still don't like that.
So can you relate? Of all people, of all people.
He did say it was only Xander and I believe.
Uh-huh.
That
Felt
thought
that.
bad things were going to happen, and they're the ones that are affected.
We're emotionally, we're
Relay
a little
that to
compromised.
us.
I have used the augury, and I feel like if I were to reach out and grasp the sphere, it would be of benefit.
Perhaps all of us together should.
No, I'm not touching.
What I felt like was that it would be really good, but really bad and
We're
disastrous,
all
like maybe
weird. Like
fatal.
Xander and I are. I don't know. I don't want to touch it.
We have sacrificed a great deal to get here. We put on these bands.
Well, let's see what happens when Sildren touches it.
I
is investigating
will
the
be-
statue.
I will be
Okay.
ready to follow Sildren's actions in a split second if anything good or bad should. I'm ready to react.
In what way? What will you do?
If Sildren should get knocked back or something, I'm ready to grab him so
Okay.
he doesn't get knocked through the force field. If he goes into the thing, I'm ready to grab onto him to go through with like any
All right.
scenario.
They're making this decision for you. It sounds like already.
yeah.
by
Do
the
these
way.
statues feel
I'm just reading. his
unnecessarily lifelike?
No,
Mean.
They're crude constructions of what,
no, they're just statues. Those old statues. They're not crude.
but they bear facial expressions or just shapes.
Yeah, someone recognized someone.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's the trinal. It's the 3 wizards.
Well, we
Bali,
could be.
Come on.
Bali casts stone to flesh.
Okay.
Oh.
The one that had the arm broken off?
It'll give me an advantage. Why am I glued to this?
I can't feel my fingers.
What are the wizards' names?
One of them is
Stone of Flesh works on a petrified creature. That will not work with this.
Darmok
Oh, it
Anchalad Antanagra.
Sildren says those names.
All right. Nothing happens.
Cool. Sildren.
I'm looking at you. I'm ready.
Yep. Sildren speaks to Shunka quietly for a little bit. Points to the illusory passageway. Bumps forehead to forehead with him, and Shunka walks away. Oof. And Sildren turns and looks at everybody in turn.
We will be with you.
Right behind you.
I'm so happy. My nose is snotty. Emotions.
Piercy stops 9. Just watches.
Sildren reaches out and grabs a hold of the sphere.
All right. And just want to be clear, Sildren is reaching out and touching this golden sphere. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Sildren, the elder druid of Varen,
Yet fucking again.
has destroyed the Wavering sphere. The Wavering sphere starts to compact in on itself. Sildren, you see images of King Phaon, of the Queen of Calavier, of some orc chieftain, of Yelena, of Piercy, of Bali, all flash through your mind, and then the sphere starts to crumple, and becomes a large 3-foot metal spike, almost like a railroad spike. So ends in a point and has a flattish top of gold that then clatters to the ground. The big sphere around you fades, the electric noise fades, and it just clatters and all is quiet.
Sildren will pick that spike up.
Sildren picks the spike up. As you do so,
Couldn't leave well enough alone.
as you do so, a bright golden shaft of light comes in from an angle from above through the ceiling to the floor. And something starts to appear where it hits the ground. And we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. I'm sure we have some thoughts about this in our after show. You can come check it out and join us on our Discord server, and we'll see you next time.
Children's alive!
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.